EPA does a whole lot. What we did yesterday was just a campaign on the awareness of the ban, the styrofoam ban, which we are putting a date, a deadline date of 1st of January. So EPA does a lot more than that, as I said. So today, we're looking at EPA in focus. There are lots we can't cover today, but we'll zoom into as many things as we do as possible. So I'll do a general overview. We're following the President's reset agenda. So at EPA, we are resetting. And so as a Chief Executive Officer, there are few focus I have maintained in the EPA, and with the support of my able deputies, directors, and all staff, we have come this far in a short time. So there was a need to change, and the question here is why change was necessary. First, the appointing authority needed to be satisfied. There's a reset agenda for the whole country, which EPA is zooming into. So our mandate is to transition from the old legal regime to a broader environmental and climate change mandate. So we have a new law and an act that mandate us to be bigger than we used to be. So it used to be an agency until last year, January 2025, the agency changed to an authority. So we had to meet that authority that we have been transformed to. So that is increasing staff capacity, increasing logistics, infrastructure, and bridging the technical gap that used to constrain the operations of the EPA. We have made changes in our system as well. So we have, as you can see, new offices established. We have established 46 new district offices across the country. We have employed up to 3,000 new staff. We have promoted 444 staff. We have increased our generation of revenue to over 120%. The increase in revenue ties in to also our footprint in the communities, in the undertakings, in the activities that people do. So once we visit and we grant the permit, it means we are increasing our venue. We visit for your non-compliance. If you're not following the rules of protecting the environment, we charge you a penalty. And that will also have impact on our revenue. It makes us grow bigger in terms of revenue. So in terms of logistics, again, we have procured 95 new vehicles and 50 new motorbikes that support our operations and getting us out there. We have introduced a digital platform, which I will talk a little bit more later. But on the platform, in a short time between May and now, as at yesterday, we have processed 14,250 permits. This is just between May and yesterday, May 2026, and then this August yesterday. So we are doing quite a lot in terms of mining as well. We all know the issue, the challenges we have with mining. So before, as an agency at the time, we had permits and processing challenges, which we are addressing or streamlining today. We had limited transparency and oversight, and today with the online permitting system, we have very good transparency and bigger oversight over mining permits and operations. That also helps us with faster decision making on the mining applications. We are having more active reviews of the licenses. We have more people to work on the licenses. We are able to get officers, technical officers, to do inspections very often. We have stronger systems that we have deployed, and we have good responses for harmful mining activities. So we have good control over the space. But these are permitted license operations. We also do general monitoring and compliance for all activities. So we have improved upon our inspections. Our compliance monitoring has increased. For some of you might have heard EPA for the first time, because we are out there now, and every day we are out there checking for activities and for compliance and ensuring that the schedule and the conditions we give for our permit, these undertakings or companies or industries, are going by them. So I mentioned that we have gone digital on our permitting and other operations. So we used to do manual operations. So when you need EPA permit, you walk to EPA permit, you fill a form manually, and then you submit all other documents. Today, you can go to our online permitting system, clients.epa.gov.gh, and put in your application. It makes application much easier. You can sit in the comfort of your home, in your office, and put in your application on the system. You can upload every document that is needed to support your application on the online permitting system. And this helps reduce the permit period that we use to process, and you're able to receive your permit very early. This also helps proponents to get feedback quickly from the EPA. The finances I gave, and I mentioned it earlier on, so as we increasing our footprint in these communities and other areas, we are also increasing our financial or our revenue. So we are performing well, and last year we were able to perform well in excess of 20 million, which we submitted or transferred to the consolidated fund, which sits at the Ministry of Finance. We are completely IGF. We generate to fund our operations, and 20 million excess is a lot of work we put in last year, and we are still doing a lot more this year. Thank you. So we have improved our financial capability. With the increased number of staff, we are still able to manage in our operations. EPA is having a very good international outlook now. We have a role to play at the international level. We have signed up to a number of international conventions which we operate or we implement in the country. The new things we have made a lot of progress in is the improvement we've made on the Paris Agreement with our carbon market. So the EPA hosts the carbon market office of the country, and the aim is to cut down carbon dioxide to about 64 million tons or more. And there are lots that we are doing in this space as well. So we have improved also upon our international partnership. We are not only receiving donor fund, but we are doing a lot in becoming partners. So we are doing more competitive partnership than just receiving aid and all of that. Recently, we received an award on our air quality monitoring because we're doing a lot in that space. We have on our website, we project the air quality that we monitor across the country on our website. And this helps decision making on areas where the quality of air is good or the quality of air is not good. So this one, you have witnessed this here in the Ashanti region, the ban on styrofoam, which we are campaigning, I would say, rigorously to phase out. And all of us need to be involved with the education if for nothing at all, if you have a T-shirt, just wear it out for people to read and understand or know that EPA is calling for the ban in January 2027. And this, we all know, was announced by the President of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in June 2025, during the World Environment Day. So we've gone over 1 year after that announcement, but we hope that January 7th, this will come to full force to phase out the styrofoam. So we're doing, again, the air quality monitoring. I've mentioned it. We're installing more sensors across the country to do more. We have water restoration and rehabilitation projects we are doing. Under our mandate, we're supposed to protect our water bodies, and we know the situation our water bodies are in. We've done pilot activities, testing different technologies, including the popular dechemicalization on our water bodies, and we've been successful with the pilot. There are a lot more activities we're going to have on our water bodies, which include dredging and restoring the banks of the river. So rehabilitation, a comprehensive rehabilitation process is going to start very soon. And so that will have a comprehensive presentation on it by my Deputy CEO for Operations, Professor Ayamga. We also have a framework for land restoration and rehabilitation. So like people come to help or support, partner with us to do reclamation of degraded land by the mining areas. And so we support that and provide technical services in that space as well. We are looking at waste management, especially. We have advanced a lot in electronic waste, which is becoming a problem in the country. And so the EPA has an e-waste program, and that we have installed collection points at various places in different cities of the country to collect electronic waste that has, if you use your electronic product, it has come to the life end or its end of life, you can drop it in this collection point. Don't just drop it anywhere, but find this collection point that EPA has installed to put it in for safer keeping and recycling. And we are looking at, later it will be announced what we are doing about plastics as well. We're working on a legislation that will help us manage our water bottle that we use and single-use plastics and all of that also. So that will come out very soon. All of these have not gone without challenges. And so we have still a lot of challenge that we all witness with illegal mining. Illegal mining means they don't have permits from EPA, or they don't even have concession license from Minerals Commission to operate. And these are difficult people to find or difficult areas to assess, to control under our mandate. And these threaten our water bodies, degrade our land, degrade our forests, farmlands, and even communities. And we're trying to strengthen our monitoring, enforcement, and doing interagency cooperation on that as well. We used to have capacity gap, but now we have improved upon that a lot, and we are investing in staff capacity, technology, logistics, and also data. We used to have uneven compliance across the country, but now, because of the new offices we have opened in the districts, at the district level, we have deepened decentralization. And so EPA is just at the doorstep of every company or every undertaking that we need to monitor for compliance. So we have improved detection, field presence, and we have improved on our regulatory responsiveness as well. For the companies that emit carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and other gases into the atmosphere, we are installing sensors that can monitor the quality of air around these areas, and that we'll be able to see it live from our office from the head office especially. And so we have a continuously monitoring system which we can see live from the activities the companies are doing in their offices. This helps with a very quick responses in our regulation. So this is concluding the EPA we are building. We expect a stronger, more accountable and more effective environmental protection authority. Removing digital, removing centralized and a more responsive institution. We want to get to a financial sustainability so we can improve our operational capacity. And we want to be a regulator that is better equipped to protect Ghana's environment and respond to the emerging challenges. And we want an institution that is committed to continuous reform, strengthen enforcement, and have measurable results as well. Thank you. This is the brief from EPA.
Memo akwaba Edeba TV XYZ so baby awa wo hwe me bia ene baby awa wo tie power 97.9 FM no memo akwaba de be firi kese so nyame hye no nka ho se watwen ya besi samre a wo hwe TV XYZ make house TV XYZ here wo air free to air digital betumi ahwe dwumade bi ye satellite channel no so a ana satellite TV so a ye wo multi TV day box do eno so betumi ahwe dwumade na wetie bi kama pa na bibie tumi akonkan ye live wo Facebook Power 979 FM TV XYZ Ghana and XYZ broadcasting on YouTube no so betumi ahwe ready etie bi sa so na Power 97.9 FM so make us say edidemu sa ye nua Edem oni nua Albert na wo ho Anthony Monfenchemi na wo ho musu chinchime fidie ne furuma wo baby a wo bia wo tie 97.9 MHz sa so na me pacho bebre affiliate radio stations ahro ma fa dwumadi na enchi akese enkomo mo so a mo hwe TV XYZ ya me hira mo ye papa na production team a me no mo di dwuma ma bibie tumi aye krabehwe ye ko eye MCR ye be hu eye Mr. Ralph Jampo TV director ho oni eye Ora Peter Cranting elder sisi ade osa ho din wompa ono so ho me nua Abbas me kuma Abbas enye CCTV Abbas ene do desiko Abbas so ho ansana me nua ketwe o sound na chi ho ono no menkai ni din sa obo adwuma pa me hu manu na eti so around omu na ebe adwuma me ba studios ha wo be hu me nua ketwa Francis and also owo chi ho mu twa me camera so ne Elvis omu na ebo mu hu bodin oba pa we sie me ma me di dwumadi ede bro kama pa ba mu eti de me nua ba Elizabeth Tego ono so sie me papa kama my betina ha me no mo be di dwuma Mr. Kelvin Asante is the executive producer for the show na me aso Ken Nicholas ma fo ekunya kese a metina mama Mugabe Mase be been to echen na echi kakra no se me fo akonya kese no na me di dwuma di bro ma minchia Magic George will Radio 360 will secondly takrade because say Magic George me amenua or hwe me tie me papa enti ade atene no Magic George secondly takrade we na next week ade a me wo secondly takrade video luma 1 year enti na me adwa next week ye be hia ho na bibia etumi akọ enkan maybe I wait there boja Friday bibia to me see inside politics Jumedian day bro on the Friday and tournament and make house very soon many special guest and there one-on-one guest you need to be Juma your member of parliament ma Okaikwe South member of parliament ma Okaikwe South honorable Ernest Adomako dodo na born in Samrana Kion very soon you be hu no ha na ni din komo say Okaikwe South so at saying and near my saying no ma yehuma ekoso wo Okan Kwesi out very soon honorable Ernest Adomako Kion oba be cancer wa ha na ye ne no edi enkomo sa so as usual panel members ebeba ye Kojo Yeboah or former MPP youth organizer I was West Wagon ye better nka saso na editor in chief of the Hawk newspaper Charles McCarthy on also ye better nka wa ha ye ne Dr. Buzubedi enkomo ende nti so na wetie bi na we humeko dwade ani na ye de bro power 97.9 FM na ma NTV XYZ timo fidie no koso na ya nandra the Kumasi experience in ano omo clama say abro mo de EPA in focus you made the Edinburgh Environmental Protection Authority and can from agency you made your moody efan take away ne packs robbers ahroa ye pese yifi system because at the yare na the brain wo omanyimu na me had my effective first January 2017 one fenchemo 2027 idea band or shepana ye de beto so ma etumi ye fi ho nto ma hyase a EPA educating kofo chiro mo ma ekoso enema bebre na ekoso wo Kumase me no na ye hwe me no na ye hu ye na ye hu ma na eko wo Kumase nte ade a eno so ya hwe kasamfoyin no ye hu ma eko abra omo engage market women ni media interaction social media outreach jumedi omudi na mamini hu ye de ekoso Longford Royal Center Kumasi abra penia oda EPA ano odin sem tu dwa ehu dwumadi bebre course road show ne enema bebre course nti na me kan no omboni manufacturers distributors any business any consumers bebre din glan share editing komo ma bibia etumi eko enkansa enti sanete me koso wo Kumase no na obi be ka say na say si ade na ka ye ka tema oye refinery ye twa so kan to see you down ora combat wo hwe the new face of tower me pese meyi achro na wo so ehuma akoso wo to say sia the new face lift of to abambi ebetwa me twa na adodan kwa Akufuado Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia time ekwan omoma to ebeye white elephant na yehu eniema yehu mekono be pese yehu the new face of Tor odisika ede bregana ma bibie tumi akonka yenkwe na soma miensen yemfenkwe the new face of Tor kwaya to edi dwuma under his excellency John Dramani Mahama under Ura John Jinapo under CEO Ura combat dwumadi omudi no omudi left to mato etumi abeye to yankonkwohwe sama miensa wo to dwumadi omudi na embra
is producing again. Following the work done to restore operations, the refinery resumed production in December 2025 and is once again producing crude oil and supplying quality petroleum products to the Ghanaian market. Since production resumed, Tor has processed 2,468,682 barrels of crude oil, produced 382,946,945 liters of petroleum products, and sold 262,151,895 petroleum products and 800,000 kilograms of LPG to the market with Guel and Sonabi among its key customers. For the record, for over 60 years, Tema Oil Refinery has consistently supplied quality petroleum products, meeting both international and African Refiners and Distributors Association specifications. That reputation for quality has earned Tor the privilege of refueling Air Force One on 3 different occasions. During the visits of Presidents Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama to Ghana. Once refining is complete, the finished products move through the refinery's battery limit into storage. But before it can be released, samples are taken to the laboratory for the required quality analysis to test and certify that the products are with the required specification. Samples from the storage tanks are analyzed here against the required specifications. Let's hear from the people who do it.
Every batch is tested and certified against specification before release. Only laboratory analysis can determine product quality, and that is what we do every day.
TOR doesn't verify quality alone. Personnel from the National Petroleum Authority, the regulator, take part in sampling and analysis.
When they are loading the trucks, we have a rep of MPA, OMCs there. After loading of the trucks, they clamp the truck and check physically, after which the trucks are sealed. Then it leaves the refinery.
And also take samples for independent testing. It is only when the product meets the required specification that it is cleared, loaded, and sealed for onward delivery. Up to this point, TOR can account for the quality of every liter. Once the loaded BRV leaves the refinery, its subsequent handling is outside TOR's direct control. Behind every liter produced at Tema Oil Refinery is a team of dedicated Ghanaian professionals, ensuring that quality is never compromised. Since 1963, Ghana has known and trusted the name Tema Oil Refinery. And as a new chapter unfolds, that commitment to quality continues. Tema Oil Refinery, proven quality, a brand you can trust.
The new face of Tema Oil Refinery Trasokane TOR Kwanya Ora Combat, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Omama TOR aye and he says ya TOR in Nyam Asan Aba TOR aye kama TOR aye fefe asesian edisika so de brama no ene ho asem na yekote ye no ho mfonyini na yesu ye ho ye nti ye kasa aban owo enisuade hu no a no so hu ma me kasa ye TOR and then abem my yina ye hu nti TOR enisuade hu no eno na me no na ye hu wo television no so no how Ora Combat on any deputy Alhaji Mustafa mo boy adwuma wo TOR no eno na me no na ye hu no fefefe ma bibia etumi akọ enkan no na pema minority fuei led by Afenyo Markin enema bi omo ye nra ye pese ye hwe say cho say omutumi vete ye three Supreme Court nominees ayi omo so omo nko the apex court of the land na omo nko hwe nkoboa na endra no omo so omo violate niam sem de bebre pa me pese ye sanko tie sa asem no nka ye wi aye hu omo mpema na yi ye nhwe sa akasamfonyin na endra minority for nsem omo de tudwa Afenyo Markin.
Order 2674 tells us how long a committee normally has to report on any matter referred to it. And Order 2172 requires the chairperson, the ranking, and 2 other members of the relevant subject matter committee to join the appointment committee for every single nominee. Order 21710 requires nominees' names to be published so the public can send in memoranda. Order 265 set quorum at 1/3 of committee. Order 226 lets a committee decide to sit in public or in private and requires it to reconvene when business is not finished at one sitting. Our emphasis is on the requirement to publish the names of nominees for the public to send memoranda. Ladies and gentlemen, we, the NPP minority, would want to make it clear. We are not opposed to the nomination. We are not opposed to the nomination. We believe that it is the president's constitutional mandate to engage in that process. But let us quickly point out to one fact, that the NDC is an unprincipled political party. It does not believe in political principle. It is inconsistent and it acts out of political convenience. You may recall that in 2024, one of their arguments was that the nomination of 2 justices to the Supreme Court amounted to the packing of the courts. But since they came, if we add these 3 nominees to the already 7 they have nominated, which Parliament approved, it makes it 10. Does that also amount to the packing of the courts? We want the Ghanaian people to judge that our friends are never consistent, they are never principled, they only act out of political convenience and confuse the people of Ghana. We will not follow that path. We are principled. We believe that at the Supreme Court, the president has the mandate to nominate and go through the process of Judicial Council and Council of State. So we will not stampede the process, but we must point out that our friends don't believe in any principle. Now let us also point out that for these Supreme Court justices, there was no such proper motion even on the floor for the purposes of suspending our standing orders. There is no decision of the House resolving that these justices be vetted just within 3 days after the announcement was made to the members of parliament and referral made to the committee. Now, proceeding to vet these nominees bring to the fore some dangers. We want to point them out. One danger is that a nominee may carry a permanent shadow over its legitimacy. Every ruling those three justices have ever make, every dispute that matters to this nation will be met by a question. Were you properly vetted? Were you installed in a hurry to suit one government convenience? That question will not go away. It will follow every judgment that they sign for the rest of their career. Again, the danger of a precedent that no future Ghana can undo. Let me point out that since 1992, all Supreme Court nominees have gone through the process of being properly vetted. Notice to the public have always met the minimum 2 weeks per our practice. This is the first time the NDC is using its supermajority to vet Supreme Court nominees in just 3 days after announcement. And we want to explain to the people of Ghana that deferring the nominees, deferring vetting would cost nothing, and the haste would cost everything. We must say it plainly because the country deserves plain speech. Deferring the vetting of these three nominees by few weeks harms no one. Yes, the court are presently in vacation, but vacation is not closure. Where a matter is truly pressing, the Supreme Court sits during vacation and rules on the urgent question of law before it, exactly as our practice has always allowed. The administration of justice in this country has not come to a halt for a single day. No case that genuinely can not wait has been left to wait. There is no queue of litigants whose justice is delayed because these three have not yet taken the oath. Anyone who tells you Supreme Court have gone silent is asking you to believe a fiction. Now weigh that against what haste costs. A justice confirmed in 4 days or 3 days without proper time for the public to raise concerns under Order 21710, without the subject committee members properly seated under Order 2172, carries that shadow onto the bench for the rest of a working life. That is not a cost this nation pays once. It is a cost we pay every single time that justice signs a judgment that shapes this country's future. The deferral also protect the nominees themselves. Justice Bernasco Issa, Justice Amwako Asante, and Mr. Tony Forson deserve a process that gives their appointment unquestioned legitimacy, not one that hands their critics, fairly or not, a talking point about how quickly they arrived on the bench. A nominee who is properly vetted enters that courtroom with the authority of a process the whole nation can respect. A nominee rushed through in 3 days enters carrying a question that mark no ruling can ever fully erase. If we truly believe these three are equal to the task, then we should want them vetted properly, precisely so that no one can ever say otherwise. And deferral costs the majority nothing either, except the small inconvenience of doing this right. Nothing in our constitution or our standing orders penalizes a committee for taking time under Order 2674. 3 months is the ordinary rule. Nobody loses a single privilege of government by allowing this committee the weeks it needs. The only thing anyone loses is the political convenience of announcing 3 justices before this recall closes tomorrow. That convenience is not worth what it costs the country. This is why we say, respectfully but firmly, that responsible cause is not a rush. It is to defer. Let the committee take the time our own rules already allow. Let the public speak under Order 21710. Let the relevant committees be properly seated under Order 2172. Let these 3 nominees arrive on our highest bench, carrying the full, unquestioned legitimacy that only a proper process can give them. That is no obstruction by us. That is this House doing its constitutional duty. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, there is no vacancy and there is no emergency. We want to be very correct with an impression that has been allowed to take root because plain speech demands it. These 3 nominees are not filling vacancies on the Supreme Court. There is no vacancy on the bench today that without these nominees being approved, the court cannot be properly empaneled or constituted. The Supreme Court currently sits with its full complement of justices, hearing cases and handling down judgment as it should. What the president is proposing is not to urgently replace anyone who has left. It is to add 3 further justices to the members already sitting there. If there is no vacancy to fill, there is certainly no emergency compelling anyone to fill it inside for 3 days. Compare that with what happened only last year. Ghana lost ministers of state in a tragic helicopter crash in the Ashanti region. Those were real vacancies in real ministries at the heart of government. The president waited for 1 full year before naming replacement. 1 full year. If filling those 2 genuine ministerial vacancies that truly been an emergency, he would not have waited for that long. So we ask again, if a full year was acceptable for real vacancies in government, why is 3 days now being treated as an emergency for seats on the Supreme Court that are not even vacant? There is no fire here. Yes, this is the judicial vacation, but the administration of justice has not entirely come to a halt. Where it is absolutely necessary, the Supreme Court is sitting and deciding the questions of law that cannot wait. Nothing about our justice system is on life support because 3 additional justices have not yet joined the bench. Nobody should be made to believe otherwise. Still, we repeat our offer in good faith. We are ready to vet the 2 ministerial nominees fairly and promptly. We will not accept what we will not accept is the 3 Supreme Court nominees being rushed through as though the court cannot function another week without them. And ladies and gentlemen of the press, let me break something down. We are in the month of August. We have the whole of September. Committees can even work when the House is not sitting. So if the 2 weeks is dealt with, the committee can still come in September, somewhere in the 2nd week of September, and vet these nominees. We can get our reports done, and when Parliament resumes in October, still pass them or take a decision on them before the legal year begins. So why the rush? Again, we see the NDC government breaking its own promise. When this government got into office in a commanding majority in this House, its own leaders stood before Ghana and promised restraint. They promised the country they would not abuse the numbers the people have given them. That promise did not survive long. It has been tested and broken again and again. Since this government took its seat, what the majority is pressing to do with these 3 Supreme Court nominations is not a new departure. It is simply the latest chapter in the broken promises. And it is a terrible culture that must end. It betrays the mandate of the Ghanaian people A majority that keeps finding new ways to bend the rules to its convenience should not be surprised when the country stops believing its next promise of restraint. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the press, let me deal with the real emergencies which are sitting untouched. While the majority races to install 3 new justices in 3 days, 2 matters of genuine national emergency sit untouched, ignored, ready and waiting. This country is still waiting for answers on $1.6 billion in losses connected to Gold Board and Bank of Ghana. $1.7 billion. Let me take it again. This country is still waiting for answers on $1.7 billion in losses connected to Gold Board and Bank of Ghana, equivalent of 22 billion Ghana cedi losses. That is public money. That is the nation's money. A loss of that scale threatens the fiscal health of our economy, the strength of our currency, and the confidence of every Ghanaian who depends on sound banking system. If anything deserves the word emergency, it is a hazard of that size to our national purse. This country also lived through nationwide power outages that put lives at the risk and expose our national security to real danger. Hospitals depend on the steady power. Security installations depend on steady power. Water systems depend on steady power. In one instance, it took our engineers several days, running one into the next, to restore power fully across the country. Those are emergencies in the truest sense of the word. A threat to our economy measured in billions of cedis, a threat to our security measured in days without power and in lives placed at risk. We are grateful that the Speaker admitted our motion on the loss of $2 billion for the consideration of this House. We commend him for that patriotic stance, but we must place something on record today, honestly and respectfully. The Speaker has, in his own wisdom, decided not to allow the motion to be moved during this special sitting. We have every serious reservations about that. A matter of this magnitude, a matter that touches the very integrity of our economy and our financial institutions, deserve to be heard without delay. However, we are patient. We will respect the Speaker and will respect the decision to take it when Parliament regularly resumes by October. However, what we see is the NDC's unprincipled position. While they want our motion to wait, they are in a haste to vet ministers. We can't accept that. We see that the majority today is not ready to engage. All they want is their political convenience. Our call to the nation, to the Ghana Bar Association, to our retired justices, to the Judiciary Service, to the Judicial Service, to SHRAJ, to every professional body that cares about our courts. We want all of you to speak now. Tell the country whether 3 days is enough to vet 3 Supreme Court justices without putting out a public notice to allow the public to participate through a public memoranda. To civil society, our faith leaders, our chiefs, our queens, to every Ghanaian watching this broadcast, this is not the majority against the minority. This is whether we still believe our highest court deserves more care than 96 hours can give it. To the media, keep asking one question. Question the majority. What is the real emergency here? And to the majority, it is not too late to step back. Work with us on the 2 ministerial nominees, on a fair and sensible timetable, but abandon this plot to force through 3 Supreme Court vetting before tomorrow closes. And to our President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we pray you kindly reach out to your members and let them know that everything they do, every misstep today goes against your legacy. You brought the nominations. The speaker has read them out and referred to the committee. What did you do? You didn't ask the majority to do is to rush them through and stampede the process. As we have already said, committees of parliament have onerous responsibilities. They serve as the fulcrum in the performance of the functions of parliament. That is why it is said that parliament is as strong as its committees make it. In that regard, nothing should be done to impede or stampede any committee in the performance of its functions. Mr. President, you have been a member of parliament before. You have served on committees on parliament. This is what your members are doing here. They are trying to use their supermajority to stampede the committee of parliament in the performance of its duties. Please call them to order. Again, as provided for under Article 1033, committees are charged with the responsibility of investigation and inquiry into the activities of MDAs, and in this case, into the performance of nominees to establish their qualification, eligibility, and suitability to occupy the office or position assigned to them respectively. This must be thorough, and it requires a thorough job. Mr. President, again, we plead with you. Kindly engage your caucus. It is your nomination. Everything they do today stands for or against your legacy.
Honorable Afenyo Markin, Honor Yete, and then member of parliament, Futu or Sanye minority leader, on the minority in a press conference, and then some more can say, majority you saw more numbers, the bully or more crime, but honorable. And send me a while, say, yet to me, nominees, say, no more called the pest court of the land. Tone and Casa was one Tiasi, no buefu, now was sorry call. They no Casa, wouldn't Nsɛm bi also nya abotre yama ye parliament we no ai bibia wo ho we a minority leader de but niam bi so ho a we nya abotre na e wode ye tekakra ana opese wo ya mom ka say minority ne de afenyo marking o ye adwumo afenyo marking ana say mama titi wo ye na ba o me mark say wo bo adwent mama ye nsesa ya na mo nya abotre minority foi because ye mfasa mbuman Bibi kitu ebi na minority for na sorry. 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 Yemfa say mbumai. Nti eya munya abotre mayen na eche se bibi entumi nkonkan. Bibi adri yebekọ na ene agbozo. Enya agbozo on victory. Mon fenchemi. Ye ne victory garlic mixture for ekodi nkomo semanum aba. Twedi ene inside politics. Dr. Ayekrado. Mamene doctor ndi nkomo semanum bra.
Victory garlic mixture na wati ni dina ati ni say na edro ni tie na no pasem ne say edro we adwuma ye titru pa ne say ebeboa ananna ne srade e wo ni padua ni muntin mu ama ohu atọ kura de dika obabi wo ho a okonfikyire a ema edro a wuhia ye victory garlic mixture ebi kura ho obekọ a ewie wo ansa na ba e ye victory e na wuhia victory no ma na busumi biara ubenya ufichira akwa empa ho kra eno de akira obi wo ho aniti ne ta adwa no obi wo ho ye adwuma kakra bia no abre na nakoma bɔ ne periperi ni nyina ye mogya entimi mfa akoma nu kwa adwen mu eno ne kofa saa de ne ba odofo mesrew so wo ho na wonsem ka adwew ebia wonsa no sei ana wonamro mu na esi fom no kra adwew ana ayetufo se de edi fom ato mpaboa mu a eye victory na me kan fom a Unum victory as I know my ever boss way nano. Ebejai, your toa na do went in the win victory. And from my young coupon dear my and say, what their own homia now what taste so oh bra, a victory and a bit me about. You will be also or one and your machine. I will be a nan a cobia and she. Who also an akuma bonne peri nina mojanin me near for sending you with Pepiano. A prayer we a victory, garlic, Mr. De Watrabra. Yeah, be a answer Coco Bien and I'm no way in a basa. A victory and I make up for when your victory be no more. A boy said, Doctor, what you are close to Sania, ubetimi anom victory na ka wadro won na ne se wadro no na aben ma meet abiasa no anom we so na aben no anom victory no so achi meet abiasa wo ye ne sa bibia abede kama ma se wo na se tata wo ye agya ho adwuma mesraw adura me kamfo ama wa ye victory garlic mixture mesraw nipa ne bia dance a ye pese ye fa wo ma dance na tie na se wo so koto a benya sa dance kro no a
ntwe mi mpedwa mi ntumi ni di mi yare so mene ko be 12 years ni ma nu ndro kan mojeduru 5 minutes de tin matutu ana se na meti TV ntumi na mehwe ne mu se moto ndro bi esi victory heba victory garlic mixture ne mi mtoduru sa ba moduru no asa moduru no eye papa ntumi ni di o mi din sa no me di afi bi no mo se di ya na afi insa na afi bi no ntumi di bi afi mi di ma edubone sa bi semi eno so no ntumi di eno so mi be mu sa afi de eno so be du bi no ntumi di bi afi mi hu de me nya no na ti edo no kan wo TV so a na me kutu bi ni me edo no anopa eni abiani anwure no ande no si afi nyampara mi no adibia ntumi di mi si afi na tola tamko ya black masa modro no tie edoni na nyame nhira mo
aje me pa me problem ye menstrual pains nda ne kakra me so ti me nya me menses no bosom ni ma me bre pa me brankasa me timi to tondro no na ne se man ti se yesi ye bibidro ha na makoto ba bia me we timi fa ka ekọ obi kru so ekoto bibidro me timi no abi tese na victory ni de in fact I don't know minim de wo mu de me ko tobi me tie advert no TV so sada na me so anwunwe na me ko toye na da na me say ade yi to me padi mu no mo ja tropa yi to me padi mu ti me twa to me phone so kula say ha adwene a enka me de betuma ka ho na mo ahwe te say so one way ya kwa wakati na bia me ya bo hye na me no maduru bi te se efisa da na yi sa moja toa no to me pade mu no me nya mezi no maduru e ma me hu sa moja se bi like say kwoti te se ni na flow kama to victory tie mintimi enja ento ho te to de bia na mo ba abasha mo me so abasha na eduru ne me di hu adanse
obi si me de cholesterol sa de bone na aba mi nipadua ma be dia tenase wadro ye victory garlic mixture se wunya victory ni no ma cholesterol no se ne nani e density bia no victory be yi ni nyina afiru nipadua no odofo wo pe bia to anama ne 024 2545 633 024 2545 633 ana 020 129 3280 020 129 3280 a victory mpunimdie ne ade bremo
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Mesamo akwaba biom the Bat TV XYZ so be biawa wo hwe me bia na wo tie me bia no mo akwaba wa wo tie me Power 97.9 FM so me pacho yigo so sa na hwe ni kwan say honorable Ernest Adoma Kokion be ba cancer member of parliament do mo Okan Kwe South of cancer ye ne reading komo kransa panel so kwadwe ebo ne Charles McCarthy so abotwa so sa e dia mai na baby edu ye ne Dr. Agbozo so edin komo semadu Dr. Agbozo ye doctor wabini ye papa bema no ba STI say how me gonorrhea syphilis chlamydia ne mekaka ho ne hawa me come for Dr. Agbozo diamo wabini ye papa oba ne bema candidate say dey poor how be mo friend white ya na mbema ne be feel say e dey poor how mo Mamen Cancho, and Mamma Nebio, white, and a deep, a helm, papa, Francis Wisham, and when you be home. And tea a more how mono, no so doctor, young Edjuma papa, and they say Yara who na Bema could you talk 1 minute man, a doctor be to me abow, maybe be it to me at the ding. And see where the yan Sambra no doctor waha, many bedin como na yamia dom doctor de a year abuzo cobitus abedraman show, me pacho cobitus Mrs. Yao, Bruni friend waist pains, constipation ya yim tree. Koko ne how winya Agbozo ko bitas ni bia enani e betumi aboa maybe be to me akonkan me pa cho o ye be ma e pese ma mo usisi ya wo ya ana se o pe vigor vitality me ye mo Agbozo mo mixture eno so no Agbozo mo mixture no so winya bia betumi aboa papa be ma we gina na so pe me na wetumi e di agro ye me afro be ma afro mira fi so betumi rewura afro daddy fi se wo da ubetumi edi anti metena no doctor wa hasemadu away ni me ne bedi enkomo ye wie yankasa na ye sikwam na nseme go bamba so no ye di honkomo doka kwaba na bibia boko de ye da nyame asepa wonwuma pa wo ye me ni mo gabi de bi e kasa asem se wo ye doctor ye chenkofo mo ba mo na de adanse di pa no mo de fi oba e wie so de no wo mai
ma many kan enchia bahwefo ne watifo Agbozo Herbal Clinic de enye ne ye hyase se ne sabi amade hye kronkron amutie mu edidi nkomo ya cheye papa ewa adwuma no mu enti Agbozo Herbal Clinic de ye ka na obi age so no man has an expiring date eno ene ye moto no enti Agbozo Herbal Clinic yade ayesa no obi the first time I hwe ye no beka say yade be ne yesa pepa cho yade aye boho modern yesa premature ejaculation yesa erectile dysfunction yesa sexual weakness yesa problems bibri yade biara wo so sebi odi akini onya anu aduru no sebi preduasa Agbozo Herbal Clinic ehu adwuma enti mema waye mre ewo mpem no TME Agbozo Herbal Clinic yesa sa yade no yesa prostate enlargement ye papa yesa infertility yesa infection stroke ena ebubu egu honomo anase bi hepatitis B kra nyina de Agbozo Herbal Clinic honomo a ye beboa ye papa na yasa yade na me pa cho ye wo vigor and vitality medication a eno ye de sa erectile dysfunction eno no e bia me ka say ye packages ansa na me de eduro no ebe kire no ye wo eduro eno no ye ema mpanyimfo no a sebi mwadi mfiri 40 years and above no eno mo hia packages ni bi enti Agbozo ye wo 2 in 1 ye wo 3 in 1 e wo hono mo a eno sa packages no baby wo bia de be ma no saka bia wo yusu adu na wo bebu adwuma yie papa sebi predua sa member no ye be ma na da ye nim no enye se wuo na emom no eye ana bibi testosterone level no drop ya ena ye ana eye sa enti no wo frɛ ye na vigor and vitality medications na ana say ye packages no a ma strong erection memedru na nkasa no baby wo bia ye be package bi ne de amanti packages no egusu eye adwuma enti ne se ope bia so ato a obaba ya so ye hono kwahyeman e ben kwahyeman ahemfie no a wanka so betumi ato anamon e bia wo hepatitis B ena e hawo ana se sebi stroke ena e hawo obaba Agbozo Herbal Clinic kwahyeman ye ben kwahyeman chips palace no ye be ye waduru ama kama ama ho ayedem ho ato enti me se ye packages no ye bi enkan sexual weakness no and erectile dysfunction packages no baby awu bi aye de be banu Pause the package baby will be the man. It is so free and now carry a day no. Me doctor Ankasa me to and me drew no kama me who send me the way come we who ebe mo wenya o solution no. Enti mo amadi from the age of 40 eko ni nyina akopim se moti ase no pepa acho mo hia packages ne papa ebe boa me papa 2 in 1 ye were 3 in 1 packages pepa acho sa open ho asem bisa from 0241 75 02 82 0241 75 0282 eno ya akra number no ye ben kwashiman ahemfie no o watema na open your packages ni bi ana pesa buy resabia ho no na obabeji a male vitality medications ni bia eno 0557 402696 0557 402696 and now Kumasi now percent and also by Australia you Kumasi the so 0553 417752 na mom opesa me ankasa me hwehwe package no emfambre wa me wan kran kwashiman bi ben kwashiman ahemfie no a obe frame was 0241 75 0282 odie no emwa adwuma kra mo amwadi from the age of 40 years and above no be pa cho mo hia package tie me ye mo di 40 years and above mo hia package enti package no ebeboa mo oka obi won ma na prostrate no problem ho ebi a prostrate no problem ho na se ya mfa no ho adura nka ho amrewa obenu memedro wi ase nyina enya adwuma obi a we diabetic obi a we hypertensive into frey ne a mo am wo sa problems nyina no mo hia package to be fra gbozo se me hia wo package na mom no ye frey no so no na ya ba emrante no ene mabawa no ene mo a sabi impreduasa muso pesa muso agbozo herbal clinic ehwe no me pa cho agbozo COVID test e dro fofora ye de abadwa so pa tie me yi enkrofo bebre na akọ sabi impreduasa ehimfa eno mbenye biato me pa cho Ghana ha akọ pharmacy bia fa edro no picture no me tu e bikuta obetumi twa de achoro mo se ope agbozo COVID test na edro we food and drugs board agiatum tie me yi Food and Drugs Board age edrowi ayeden atumi yi papa into onnomo a or how bia ni akiri esa yade ebiti ayemtim no ameka ho asem no nya sebi onnom ya na sebi ukogya onan de se kokwadru bia onnom ya na ukogya onan bebre na efa woyem dabi ye de ne entesa enti wo a wo ye driver ni wo ye police ni wo ye soldier ni wo ye hwan office work na wo ye wo trasa otumi no agbozo COVID test ni bi na sabi se ma wo ye mutim kura de ye ne se ma wo ye no eyemre at times indigestion eta koso sa na ma no enti ne se o system no timi mu ma digest aduane yi a pepa so agbozo COVID test no koku na wo yim ne ba ko boa na sabi onsuno na se o small intestines na entumi nya maduane no ebeboa na ma na hoden na etumi ayi maduane na ye fiko intubo se udu mre so obegya wo na ye soft kama nipa bia se untumi nya wo na ya obofunu ye papa udu edra wo hia e agbozo COVID test me pacho edre uko pharmacy ana se wo ye pharmacy wo ye herbal shop na wo pebie to akoton a me pacho from 0241 75 02 82 ubetumi abayaso ye hono so aba betobi e wo kwashiman ye ben kwashiman ahemfie no edo ne frana agbozo COVID test Food and Drugs Board enhahase ya gia tum se yetum sasa ya de ya ibodi nyina sabi constipation say ye severe say ye light untumi nya wo nan pepa cho e agbozo COVID test e na wo ye obi asabi osisi etaye o ya o ta tena se sabi impreduasa o trans be 1 hour 2 hours kwana soro na so de bia me ka se sabi impreduasa osisi e hawa e ha adwene ye papa e ba sa oti ba se oti kam kwana wachia edu ne agbozo COVID test edru we esiesie nankasa na sabi eyi osisi tie me ye se edru emofra woni mfie dumienu entimi numu bi ana apimfo enum bi e matan ya o ma mofra no fo enum bi apart from enu no de obia te bi eden enum bi e ma enum na mema enum eti se wo maame bi o wo fa bi o anka bi se ni sisiye ne ya ana ne yemu tim ontimi nya ne na ya ka kire se eduru aba no ye fra na agbozo COVID test agbozo e ba clinic nye ne enti ye duru no eka ano odene eye adwuma ye frɛ na agbozo COVID test me pa cho se wo pebie tu wo ye herbal shop wo ye pharmacy na wo heme na wo pebie tu akwakoton a obetumi a WhatsApp me ana frɛ me 0241 75 0282 0241 75 0282 edo ne COVID test na so enhye da nye bitasa ema no amusuro sabi impreduasa edura enyono no eduro we enyenyono agbozo COVID test no enyenyono kra enti no enkola no kra to binum bi nkɔla ɔmo adi mfie 12 years and above ɔma no ɔmo primary ɔmo adi 12 JHS SS foɔ no kɔ ne nyinaa no sɛ ɔba no sɛ bimpire sɛ kooko ha ɔmo a ɛyɛ ana ɔmo yam tim na ɔmo kɔgya na ɔmo gya nketenkete ɔmo ntumi nka obi wɔ no kɔtena yɛ ane so amaman nko ara na ɛfiri ne mu ba bato ɛyɛ problem ɛwɔ mu wonya agbozoko bi tɛ saa ɛduro yi ɛbɛyɛ adwuma no ama oyie papaapa nti ɛma ɛnom ɛmɛma nso nom ɛmmeranteɛ nom na ɛmmeranteɛ no a moyɛ 1 minute foɔ no mo ɛduro yɛ agbozoko bi tɛ oya abranteɛ na otie me obɔ ball upagya dadeɛ mo a mo yɛ exercise dodoɔ no ano agbozo kobites bɛboa me yie papa mo na nipadua no accumulate efin wɔ mu no onya agbozo kobites ni bi ɛnom a mepaacho ebeyi usisim ti 1 minute man under 1 minute foɔ no mepaacho agbozo kobites no mepaacho ebeyi usisim kama koko na ɛwɔ ho no oyɛ exercise nipadua no efin ginem num agbozo kobites ni bi na entumi nyi saa sesie mu problem no usisi na ɛyɛ wo ya no nyina emfiri hɔ ɛno ɛyɛ agbozo kobites oyɛ pharmacy we herbal shop na so opebie tu a ye wa akra kwahyeman ye ben kwahyeman ahemfie no a ye head office e ho na obeba ye betu bia ma so wakwa eden akwakoton e 0241 75 0282 and I say open your packages ni bi so ye bema ready from the age of 45 and 40 years and above ni nyina no so be bia bro and the head so no e agbozommo a mixture e drowe e oba e na ma ye nsa din no na ni kunu na nyine ni mfie no kɔ nanim yi papa enti ɔbaaye ne ma na aduru bi na ɔkɔkɔ no ɔde kɔma ne kunu ti kunu no nom ye no a ade ne yɛ adwuma no na ɔbaaye no ɔsɛ agbozommo ma mo ambu mo ayɛ ade papa ɛne yɛde tu aduru ne din sɛ agbozommo enti aduru ne yɛ mbo enti sɛ wo yɛ bɛma na sabi impreduasa 1 minute under 1 minute pɛ no ano no ɛyɛ agbozommo mixture ohwɛ ho a yɛsɛ vigor and vitality ɛma vigor and vitality enti sa wote brofo na se wonim de mekire vigor and vitality nature say bema sabi mu vigor no from atinka ne nya adwuma no me pa cho ya agbozo mo misha eye waduru eduro no me ka cho say food and drugs board age eduru atum say yemfa nsan yade yemfa manipa nom onum a how bia nature eye organic and natural me pa cho agbozo mo misha no se wo pe bi etu na wo pe bi aton a me pa cho oye herbal shop oye a pharmacy now pebie to ato ya kwashima ne ben kwashima na himfie no obetumi a WhatsApp me ana obefrɛ me e was 0241 75 0282 0241 75 0282 edro ne friend agbozo mo mixture ema vigor and vitality oye 1 minute man oba wonso sabi uni vigor and vitality now that was edua no agbozo mo mixture ebebo esa map mudini enti wa wo sori a wa pomu enye deni now timu se hona mu nya wo dene no edro a wo hia ya agbozo mo mixture agbozo co-bitters ena agbozo mo mixture no me se sabi oye infie oye below 12 years a onnu bi onka ho sanso da ema tan ya wo ma mmofra no fo enmu bi ena ema o mo afa yefunu entumi num sa adre bi apart from eno no de sebi obia timi num bi emema num edo ne anya ma anya ma mema sabi wo ye be ma na num a oni vigor be ma vigor and vitality be gina so abo adwuma no sanso do ba nso asabi na tinka teko no so num a ebe ma no so vigor and vitality no de hia oni kunu no enti edro we mo mixture ne co-bitters no ehia ma mu mienu nyinara me pa cho me bre no ya bre me say baby awo bi aye package 2 in 1 3 1 package to prostate yesa hepatitis B no stroke na ha no fabra agbozo herbal clinic na ye besa e de amount number obe frame yeso so na obe WhatsApp me no 0241 75 0282 0241 75 0282 edro no me say open bi ato a oba ye herbal clinic na ye branch wo kwashiman aje say na kwashiman chips palace ye beton bi ama e na ontumi man so na ye package be bia wo the whole Ghana e pa cho ye de be bro pharmacy herbal shop bi anso eton bi mu pe bi etu a won frɛ be tu koton na mfaso be ba so ama 0241 75 0282 agbozo herbal clinic yes no man has an expiring date same time next week.
Yebeda say papa Dr. Agbozo na eten and can close to Kwashiman Chief Palace no wonti hwene cha kwan kwaje ndro ni bi for now there afina or distributing ndro ndi akoko pharmacist ne chemist ahro na wokwa wonye bia to but wokọ na wokohia doctor na nkasa no ne di nkomo na wonye bia no man chebebo yi papa nti meda doctor asibebre dama me di kankai no enche Yene member of parliament de ma Okankwe South Honorable Ernesta Adoma Kondodo na born in Sambrana Kion yene ni bedi enkomo and there area spotlight ne da Okankwe South nti ono na yene ni bedi enkomo so far Honorable befa konwa no de na akoso wo ho o se amanfo huma nti ho enkomo na be 30 minutes dey ni yene Honorable eba ebedi ho enkomo na bibia etumi akonkan nti techi mu amwo Okankwe South North Kaneshi say bubu ahine ne important mo nyina MP aba anti yene ne ebedi nkomo na wama yehuma ekososo wo ho nti bebia wo bia no MP wa haidi yene no ebedi nkomo na meho bia no yitumi ama osuwe hu nti msamakro mentwa me hombra me ba ya Honorable ejinkonya atena so na ho bia so yene mu edi nkomo me ba sisia.
Now, let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Na ede na ya obayi a oda forma so ne yafunu mu emunumuni.
Oh, Mr. Entry, also yare ya titi be benfie pi nanso ne yam nyono da. Se me chew no ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a ebe ya nwanwa.
Menyi ni se what ulcer tamfo Haxa capsules any Haxa mixture yanum bom kotia ulcer no bia ma no anom. Anka ne ho ato no dadaada. Ulcer dro de eno ne Haxa capsules any Haxa mixture.
Ankom ni nchiremu.
Ulcer ye kura eto yefunu ene ensunu mu. Etuma wo yefunu ekeka wa. Wogire ho a enye. Ulcer etumi ema wo ye cheko ebre a wadidi awie. So how eye ulcer de a compare Haxa capsules any Haxa mixture nanum bom na ho ebeto.
Pedudu atu a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 020-3822-855 Apinfo abatanya wama won mofra no fo ene mofra woni mfiedu mienu enka ho Haxa capsules ene ne mixture
Ulcer tamfo edie age adwadie nkratoyi yi atom.
Mesamo akwa babium the TV XYZ so baby a wa wo hwe me wa uti power 97.9 FM yedi kan catch mo say and one on one ye ne honorable Ernest Adomako adodo na abon Nsambra ne Kion ono no member of parliament mo kan kwe south obebe pie mo anyame ado be pie nti ye ne bedi nkomo kakra efa no so far ma akoso kan kwe south ma akoso kan kwe south na no ye ne bedi nkomo area ma ho bia so ye beti makati ne eye kweku kofi kwadwe yeboa so yebete omo so nka na no mu edi enkomo nti ono abo abekansa abra yedidi nkomo so far project ahro akoso wo hoina na yebehu ma obaaye ma obetoye ma oye because bebre na na nim so honorable so ye ama wo so wo ho no we hu dwumedia ono sudi ma me honorable akwaba honorable donye ho ho fia anti no ani fia akwaba bibi aboko de
nyamiadu kakra
ye hu na ache kakra ni so tia o na echi kakra
the parliament Jumedina
hoboko de
boko
yeda nyame ase
minority do bia no so mukekema nyame adu
general me no kasa akra no weni tro nto ikem no si weni so
oh yeah se bia na mejina hope
no mukekem e benden omo se mu buli omo kra mo de mo numbers no
dabi
enyesa
e Ghana fo na buli omo enye Ghana for this numbers na Emma NDC de my papa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enti se omu fili se ye buli omo na Ghana for no mu buli Ghana for na buli omo enema boni omo baye Emma Ghana kwa hochirim na Ghana for so chirim yansa enti sa na tie ye de enye ya
yo honorable say time wo press ye be more mandate ma we di ayo kan kwe south enim yade a ye na de hu bagim because ye hu ne pa ewo mu na nyame adom so ye betumi akase oba ye mfele yen ye hu se de bia no wo ho a wo ye because answer wo ba be ye MP kra na wo ye adwuma answer wo ba na so far ye pese ye di nkomo bra wo be ye MP eniema so far why wo kan kwe south nkomo na ye bedi what to say constituency to say
they didn't come in fancy ama okan kwe south fu nyina na fi NDC for mo okan kwe south nyina medinchia komo bibia coordinators no 90 a mo ye adwumaden ma sa nkunimdi eba okan kwe south for the first time any constituency executives me chairman Yusuf secretary
chairman ho
Michiano na honorable mayor Papu Alote
don't wa unia
yeah no so Michiano
okay
Minya ya okane no kre okan kwe south ye prove e kire nkofo se na meni me papa GM e ready se ye be ye adwuma no na omo so di omo mandate no e hye Ernest Adomako Kion nsa no eti GM futu no nyame adom Kion ebe MP eno launch public school renovation projects me papa Gamanche and education minister
Honorable Haruna
Idrisu na and namoso any get fund administrator Daroma Honorable Paul J. So far you see 5 schools our country south.
Wow.
Yes,
schools are for
yes, schools are for
okay
Okanko south a wo Krumayo Greater Accra City near one Tabodan ewo Kanko South ewo oko Kaneshi K1 school ha no kwa nyame adom ye busa Tabodan nyina egu school no ye si no Abrosan eno achi oko ba bi ti se K1 Walesa na nso school no na entwaye eno so adwuma gusu a ekoso ewo ho na afi wo hwe ba bi ti se Bishop school no ewo Kaneshi omom oops echi ho no say school ni say na DHS ko mu ni bi ene nyame adom ya bubu anu so yesi na Brosan because hon ye launch ye program no ewo ena Aveno Krampo de ya complete kwa kase ye be commission.
Wow.
Aveno is going to have school for the first time within almost about 19 20 months in here. Kion be a member of parliament. Ye papa J Madaroma no ni me how wabua ama sa schools nyinaa no egusu adwuma gusu
enche yebeyi sa akasamfo yi ma wo so ahwe bi no no bo education da wakoma pon so pa because me kai se wo mbe ye MP kra no yenim eye okan kwe south eye Kaneshi school or cluster of schools bia na ho ye painting for so long ni na wo je pini painting ye di nkonya ne ade begu mu na wabaso wasanso etumi aye mu no
yes, education is the key.
Okay.
And TBB and Fitias, no, free education. So, and mamma need every education, son. Now, school now come as a me could paint when you had to say. I was say, not or share or more JHS or not. A dining mush, she would see ya check. Oh, man, yes, baby, because I think a night is a library, no matter converted their classroom, then quite to say no kosha. And also, Jimmy Coswa, ye sit down, come my Bob and Crano or Hon. And a Bobby, may show can't go out of phone. For the first almost 19 months in schools, dear, you see, be pa come. And tis here no idea back on so, may some share anymore. And also, many get found 80 home come, Accra Academy.
Accra Academy, okay.
Share school na chepe Accra Academy at titim penifo bebre. I think say judges ne na se for penifo bebre Accra Academy. Yes. One of the former speaker Krampo Accra Academy.
Okay.
Enti hono assembly hall ayeketwa. And after some so here dormitories no mo sanso here teachers quarters. And you see edi ho come be hwe na no so yesibi amom said the bear a day a hoto a bebe school. Yes.
Yo. Honorable, yeah, so say okay kwe constituency ho ye wo baby ho a ma kwan ni bi ye me kai say before kra wo be MP would this ho wa obotom yi usika na wo ya kwan ni bi kra na then previous government no omo see wo kwan wo de bobo go eti na MP former MP na ba me na me ye omo bo boys kra omo ye kwan mu nsem te sen e fa na kwan so a e wo constituency ho.
Medasi fana akwan sam so a saa akwan ya woka ho asem ya me call se me kwa kosi susu kakra na ayeyama adawafo na mo bepam me kofa police fo ni ade be mo no saa akwan se contractor guso ye ne denden ama ya ye first seal krampo na nkofo frefre wo kwan na we na say tutu and all that na so bi anya abotre kwan no be first second third seal.
Wow.
Into your first one, I was set wo share baby a ma cast fast baby and party, you know, no more hair compartment, not must have a second sign your queen. But yeah, channel so not alternative route no so na adawa for use no no see a so me I got this ni bibia kama na bridge bi e wo ho no so say bridge ni and san yet me I road diversion.
Okay.
So now I bridge ye train set concrete ni ba wo kama na no ye bi atum na adawa for no use sa alternative route no said the benya kwan ye siesie
je ho no ye di area sa kwan no
ho no ye bubu ahye article me fa wo de call sa post office da command post office kwan no de kokko kompino sa kwan ho asem na making ene ne mpotam bubu ahye ba mia be na gates eni ho eni pa manfo dware si niam no ma behwi nso
ba ne sa kwan no utwa kwan enye yi
but asienti si ano gates gusua wo bubu ahye be junction e de call Jemfi government ho nyina de fa ba bia fa na haru na dusu eti ho no ho nya yi gate so ho nyina fine adwuma no egusu a ekoso ho nti adwuma de ye papa his excellency John Dramani Mahama Daroma a ka se Ghana be da no construction site no wan kan keke o kan ma nam road minister menua Abuja metini so an ma sorry
okay
o ba adwuma pa nya agro chese oba botrens mu bia non ma dia me po sai mnia no
chese woka
upon the busy schedule nyina every day what the parliament.
Wow.
MP here no
ka push echi na
wonim adwuma egu ya so parliament enti MP bia here no ka chese en how ho emba ne office obeba parliament en komo bia person ndi bia no ono betrans no wedi ko en how so beba be diku ne office because any of the Boba Parliament. So they be making sure say Oba Parliament but now a government business. Inti papa ne de meka se Nyankopon enhia no na ya papa je mu nim de. Tina oni do betime na otwen wode ne ko share sa road ministry ho no. Ye nyine social media ne ma wo ye. Ednam na daroma amoka akwi south sisi yi akwan ne sa. Me sure say enkosi afi nko na wi die na akwan ne de ya bibiri
onabo ebiom yen hwe youth no eye ade ana eda wakoma ponso de bi oka ase youth no so mo kan kwesi out no wodwe no mo beboa na bi mu anyansa no ndwuma ene meka ho wodi kan crash ebiase aye mo skill training ni ade because one kasa wo field back we technical enti we ye say obey mambabu no titu ade ana wo bi oka David ko say bet mu ne sa ne ma na man boys no then honorable ene no creso ma boys ni lazy mo mu ye enti obey ma bebre na etumi so far you to more kind quest out before answer obey MP crown would the canny to sana mon equisi saying a funny you to so more ho
medasi mabunu no ene Ghana dachi na me hwe job application e ba me office sa bra na me nya me ye mrahye bidwani de na
yes
won hweden picture ni yi papa be e kire ya omanfo de mo mandate ma me a be betena kunyo no so and who says say different from what I was seeing. Exactly. Say youth no do na engagement. Yes, school so mon kwai o makọ. Na ade ba ko so me hu say I think say Ghana edru bra e was say ye ma ye ni e concern dwuma ho.
Concern dwuma, okay.
Because o man afa ni akekere. Ye hia mo besi adan, ye hia carpenter for, ye hia auto mechanics, okay. Auto electricians, any ma bibri. Because ne ye hwa e wiase dane.
The crap.
E towards EV and electric vehicles. Ne busan say Ghana, are we ready to embrace that change? Already the okwano ye fit afo no do na no. Kakra bi na bi munim hu nyuma bibiri exactly and car ne bi kwa say krampa uhia scan tool na ade akere adekora asewo car
tumen kwada asesa
entino ade ba ko a maya nhihye ente bia meto nsa me ba belanche meto nsa afremo na mu nyina ma ba bedi mu adanse me de scholarship ebeba but no be purely on technical and vocational education.
Wow.
But mesere say we babu no school we okoye marketing na watena hwa unyo bian high ma nkonkoye adwuma se de sa program yi ba na se wani jimu se bia peso okoye electrical engineering esan wo university a ekwan da ho ye babu aso wasene ene papa John Muhammad Aroma sa stress free school fees no eno so ye dey e wo ho
first year no theatre
first year ne ye nyina ya boa dia so as na mabu no insurance anu dwuma. I think that's the way to go because if we are so esesa ye nyina tutu kwan ekwa mama nya hwe na ba bia ho first we are helpful train wo ho adan na efe ne nyina hefo na ye ensanu dwuma fu ya na de omo ye intimesere se minuanu mabu no mama yantwene ensan dwuma ho nende se ukosua plumbing work ende so bibi se kra wo fi na pe plumber wo be frɛ no also me kra me ya dwuma ba bi enti me ba age se bia 2 days 3 days yi so booki appointment na won sai dey aka plumber saa so na se wo electrician o mu nyina o ho na enti no we ni ade a mehu
okay
na meboa mabu no bi na ni gi hu bia no varieties electrical engineering auto mechanics ho heavy duty or carpentry and joinery or we mu nyina no na e ade a megidi ese metumi ade aboa embepuno no because do the na we school aso mu nya nwuma na yedai enya ye papa gym airborne homodin but obitiwa o twen se be fa na dwuma no o masua nsan dwuma bi na ono nso emfanya dai emfam feed no ho na se wakoye marketing na se ukosua auto mechanics because of your customer service skills with school you know how to sell yourself and you know how to talk to your client or your customers no mum nyina be den ebeboa enti we ade enche and so ba be ade aboa emabu no enche bia
ye ba constituency wa ye be ka say yate north industrial area ewo constituency na beka say ndwuma industries kakra ho but me ana mabie madwuma untuma nhyem se tentena amemfo obi no so we say obetu anamon kakra hwe say space wo ho kakra ana baby wo ho kakra obi obetumi ama ye de mebu ne bi ewrewrem ono say ugu so ni ndwuma no edidi nkomo a no so mbenya baby ne bi mo egurana
and anamon de etu bebre ama nyuma ni bi afifa fankofo mo ye paint no na sefo but obi o ha ebia health wise adwuma bi wa ontumi
it's true
even do mafabi no omo so ntimi ya saade no omo so na ye de sa enema fufuri ba ade ababa bo because obi anu de ope ani de obi anu de obetimi so aye den aye enti no companies no bibi di say Dura Plus and all those people assume omo fa nipa bebre but still no do na nso ni nya adwuma enti na me de education ba ye de ababe pata na abanda de twam no because of na economic crisis ebinimu enya mfaso ne adinti no nyuma no bebre egui ama de engu nso no so etene weke so but sisi ani nyina na start ye de
yen hwe health issues so mo ho minim say ye ban area there but no so fan health and say minim say wo hospital enya mo ho na Coco clinical
okay Coco clinic dem fan say Coco board for there
but me ka say health is to say nya fan was minim say we health
Kanishi polyclinic and so e wo kan South na ni meko to mpanyifo ho ne omutwetwe nkomo so mpeso set up theater ene pa ne niema bibiribu aka ne bi omuhihia a model list no aba eno so megusu amene omudi nsawoso se de be ho no so na be ho kama maternity ward ho ani labor ward wo nyina no ehia aka de bibiri se bi okwohwa ne mabu ho sebi ayedada etwam ntwayi ntini nyina mene mpanyifo di ka akwa di nkomo a ye bo adwuma
efan security sensem so security wise wo ho biamo street bops ne police for ne ade nkita ho an so wo mpeswa so no munsem te say
okay street lights dudu na ahihye timino ka say many ECG for ne boys almost electrician for na kan ho a omo kwa na mama chei
wow
o fa kra academy achi ho a ya ho ne start ye fix street light ho nyina
okay
ne make sure say every street light in Okanku South is working
to be sure
bibia be kama
and if no police so support to say bia na watch your money maybe
so far there police station in Okanku South no so far there me nyan touch which is see
but money problem be
I don't know one after the other problem be ho omo ka sem omo de aba betu manim enti ano so mene interior minister be kwa kwedi honkomo na ya hwede be ye ni so tinja bo
obi ka chem say me mpesa mebobro na o mpaso so baby it say ho kaswa na e betu ka battery we had it say we area hopa na me just security sam so to say
ade e koso
say wo pack ka wa bonti I say we
especially anya so pack ka wa bonti nko a even obi nam kwankwa ne phone krampo no nipa boni fe bitimi timuto so no maje phone report ameri civil bibri enti many police phone so di hu nkoma na me hu se ya omu gina boys no ma boys ni bi kra omu twitwumuto no bibri ba me ho se police phone how modo almost stop yo omu chechi omu anam simpachu why dey na police acho also when man no must stop so omu search anam so okay fa ne se wo uchu motoi wakujima bia wo passenger na o maame afrɛ se emranti bi timoto so agene back adni sika nyina adwane ko akwan so akɔ nyina sika nyina yaje wo ebe yode good police die ontimi wonye bayefo ana wonye nyame na ohu se we ya okɔ koromfo ana wonye koromfo onti so obo stop you enti se yesi ye pamo bayefo na sa wo so wonye bayefo a wo de ga fa ho bay enti se woni mi se moto na wutwi no ururu ati aye adwuma wo insurance aye adwuma ukuta alliances police gina no so was hani ma we nyina na se bie wonni akonde bi di sasikan ni niema bi a didin samane wo bag ma police de no bayo ɔnyɛ ɔhwee enti mu nyinaa mommoa adwuma na amanfo kwa mpemotofo anim ahwɛ ni nyinaa yɛ because of amanfo fi sɛ moto na amanfo de di nsɛmɔne enti mommoa policefoɔ no ne enyi bɔnefoɔ no mfiri mu
go police adam
exactly na nkonkɔba sɛ moto adidi bɔne krampo na nya attractive biem sɛ because ɔyɛ policefoɔ bɛyɛ dɛ ɛbɛkyew
honorable constituency o mu odin bi o mo de frɛ sɛ nkokora mrewa ekunadefo adamfo menti ase jadi na kyerɛ sɛ nkyerɛ mu kakra
okay
yɛsɛ mrewa nkokora ne ekunafo adamfo
ne nyinaa ne sɛ
ɛyɛ de frɛ ho paa
okay me maame mo ne me papa mo me de ni di bi safata bia de ma wo mo esan sɛ ɛyɛ mo modern ba mo so bo ya na bi atwam nenne yɛ mabunu so yɛnso yɛ ba to enti edu ma bi a me ka mensaase a mpanyimfo mu hɔ no ne akunafo situ akunafo no de me saba susu bia no kakra ne akyɛ ama obi ayɛ den ensa aka ne de ɛno ntina me sɛ amanfo ɛma me saa edin no awombetu mi di akunafo kunu kunion enti so busa na nunti me gidi yesa nuntina me sɛ amanfo ɛde saa edin no ɛma me
Abo yenhwe me did say wo 4-year development plan ma o kan quiz out so far ma why wa ma ye hu mo him biom hyehyɛ biom na ɛde hɔ for the future yenhwe nim sɛ saa ne ma ni na so wo betumi debi ebebem before o term the best
good one adumasem efa mabunu no ho because mabunu no o madumasem ade a ɛno so ɛda makoma so paa sisi sedem di kan me hwɛ sɛ yɛde mabunu bi ɛbɛkɔ baabi di sɛ China ama o makɔ akosua even EV cars no ho adwuma na so mu kosua no mo ba ɔno ankasa ba o ntwɛn sɛ obi emra mɛfa na adwuma bi ɔno ankasa ɛyɛ na adwuma deda because adwuma okosua yɛ no o nhia obi so bi mɛfa na adwuma
nti honorable say schools in koma idea no yes I come in evidence base until what wo hwɛ no an education schools are we crowd there no open seat anymore we new ones no I did home come until what we television no honorable ne ko pie mu high him
so high K1 school
K1 okay
baby
Kaneshi
one they enter bodan yeah into me ko cheche teacher for no ana me no mu didi nkomo
okay
na me pa mo cha say da project no
schools na mo CB amon na na ye hu ho
I ne no me hu yes a high K1 ana me kas na ye enter bodan no as say nyame adom ye papa GM any education minister ne get fund
omoboama
daroma yes omoboama ya ye no foforo no nti no ndam ho no sana I think said the ebe nso be to say at high bishop school
okay
ina wo peswa so sign nyina ho na we kwa de twa ya che nti bana de adure chiri bibi
okay yeah na current ones nso no ma yensa
yes ada mesa ba bi
update school listeners and viewers no mo homa
a high bishop school no yes nti we nyina less than 2 years
2 years media wedi
yes less than 2 years
bi mo so for si ade oyo
oh yes say ade me I say me papa GM
no
ya kapeno na yes
you and your father
exactly ya kan ye hodma we say school nyina na brosan kama
okay
yes we say ya the library ne ICT nyina
hihim
kama because schools be library crampo e bi ni ho
cable and wireless JHS okay
nti okay I think say how so ye
cable and wireless
okay I condition of school school na me ko painti ho
okay na why basa na books so da ho che also books we are exercise books
na afiwe ye beche
na mathematical set with my BC
yes me dem kama yes
okay
nti a high condition of school no
yes for school no so na it na school krompa eba no constituency in urban area pa we school no to how I say a village rural area school okay
and I answer you road so I no I'm a co inspector we come put na alternative road na no ni yes we see gutters ni bibia kama yes
so we gutter ni we na what ties we no ano
okay said the be nsu to nyina ekwan no so nti we nyina no ya papa he says ni John Dramani Mahama ene menua Abuja Daroma na ma say adwumadi nyina no yehu ewo Okankwi South for the first time. Into Nujumadi in the Guswag, at least less than 2 years.
Why
I think for 20 years.
I'm 1 year at 8 months.
Exactly. Into I think Nema, I mean Papa GMI, I borrowed the MPP for transfer for 28 years in Okankwi South. Yes.
Oba and chair also now with me I just sit na man DC.
Yes.
Na ma wo ye na chese bebre wo kan eba.
Oh, good one.
Okay. I'm saying now kakron future plans for before answer tembe so no.
Exactly.
We be fame
future plan and say Okankwi South akwan nyina betar ni nyina so kama na mabunu nyuma 7 so no. Ya hwa mabunu so anya adwuma ya den eye na school so ho nyina so no akonkan kama na afi nso no street light wo Okankwi South nyina nto no sisi ano ya start na make na Free Accra Academy achi hode ba nya start
why na ishrin
ho nyina ya start fisi street light me no ka wo kwa na machi ho na mfia na me machi ye hwe yes intino ye fi hwa na de ko ada areas because ya wase hwe na nsomani difo na mu pesumu nyama no ya hema street light ni nyina nso eso into bibia ni street light enso no nyambotre enche kiyo beba make sure say street light no ebeso ni nyina nso no eye yenua John Janapo na Daroma energy minister ada mama street light ni bia ya de fix it ama Okankwi South fo nyina menua John bebia obi amechiao
you honorable me mouth 3 minutes talk to Okankwi South.
Okankwi South for
good people of Okankwi South.
Madam Asepa. Jumedi bia modi ahye mensa no. Boshe bia me hye mo. Nyaminti ye bidi so. Munya gidie we ne start makokin mu. Ayana ebinim so obi hye kion me hu wache. Ayana kore. Uhu kion na che ba kion is working in silence. Wo fa Accra Academy achi hu a ne kwani nyina anye sisi sa kwani nye atare so kama se ebe ya se unhu kion nanka adwuma bia nkoso ne nanka ya pa but unhu kion but adwuma kwa ne koso se me betena ehode bia ne mudi nko na ma ntintini ankopem wa anfa ma ebe kwa akoye ensim bibiri na afin so mu amufrem bibiri se post office kwa na esen tutu no me pacho kwa ne nwie a first seal any ye be second asan ye third na ekwan ye be blocky we na ekwan number faso said the be blocky na mo ho nkyere mo no saa kwan no ye bridge e wo saa kwan no so enu nti no se ye kas ye blocky we na emwa enche bridge no aye na be dry kama na ye sisi so said the be ye blocky main road mbunya baby afa ni aye first second third said the bia bibia ebe kama to bia kana koma entoniyem na afi nso ai gbeta ho nyina nso no samo hu se gates na nso ekoso fakigwe wales no enche ubuhu asphalt ho nyina yenua Abuja oba adwuma ye papa GM oba adwuma munya didi wo yemu na boshe bia e mam no ye be deliver nyina nyankopon shiru bibia medamase
ye better honorable Ernest Adomako ye better na sedodo na born in Samra na Kion ono a member of parliament de ma Okankwi South and there obai me din komo wo Jumedia so for by 1 year 8 months oni Okankwi South ma etumi edi project ahro waye say ye hu bi na we nye first and last metibia na why be update mu enema ekoso Okankwi South na so wo mu woko honorable na djuma dawson ye djuma pa but how or te o se me mind and Okankwi South intima menye nteme na menemu so mbedi enkomo kakra na mu hu meko enti de tene no so ye adwuma in silence na eyade a obehu se hu no abokra no hu se adwuma ekoso no hu se odi dwuma akwantu ne bebi okwan na monti no ho obo adwuma de amamo ti bebi adui ye ensembre ye bedan ye ho ye ba kojo ye boa ne eye Charles McCarthy wa ha ye no mo bedi nkomo ti mo fidie nkoso nda ya me ba se
Life doesn't always pause when your favorite program starts. Some days, there's still one more break to finish, but that doesn't mean you have to miss your favorite show. Download the WAPS TV Plus app. It's simple, it's quick, it's free. Head to your app store, search WAPS TV Plus, download, and you're in. Your favorite programs can move right with you. Different places, different lives, same feeling. Wherever life takes you, it's your TV, your time, your way. Feel it free.
If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehifa pa na menya bosia, edia tre medjuma yimu.
Kai cry mabre, me ye bosia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hye ya hodo bi te se dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. Eni da so wo ho savings account. Me bada chain savings account. Ene de akeka ho. Press Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so wetumi aka se.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Me damwase.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Obrebo eye adwumada. Eboa eyam aduane. Eboa eyi insa free ni peduani. Na eboa woni pedua ma etena ho yie. Nanso wonem se niema a yedi na yenom. Timi ma brebo ye adwumaden sen pote.
Me hunda. Me brebo ye adwuma pa. Ebia sese me ntumi ye bibi boa me brebo.
Ani and nothing about the live here from the Moses Clinic near Herbal Center about Herbal Food Supplement. We see pa the brebo ama e ye adwuma ye.
Na e ye adwuma.
Fatopa ye no anopa ne enwumre na eboa ma obrebo ye adwuma ye sane ebe ya ebetimi anyam aduane a wodi esiesie ni peduane mu eyi mu finsi ye
eno na me brebo kia pa
Obenya Live Kit or pharmacy, herbal shops, ne supermarkets a ebeo. Sa wo pedudo so to up. Fresh 0244 06 8447. Live Kit. Wa brebo mboa woni pedua edro yi enye ma apemfo e ma ema omomanofo ne mmofo a wonya mfie dumie FDA age dwedie krato yi atum
Mesamu akwa babium deba TV XYZ. So as usual, when we say Fridays is there, Charles McCarthy, editor-in-chief for the Hawk newspaper, and Kodre Boa, a former NPP youth organizer, Ayawaso West Wagon. Kuku damina mini omobedijuma. Kodja kwaba. Bibi abo kodie. Fridays are no when
you so say about cancro for some of them. Tiaba in the Friday and one a day. What must say? Yeah, if I can get 7 chetty for the Asha for. And me new Charles McCarthy, menene bae, me new ba ko do ba bi say ya ne adwen ko ben krumu me nchia no enka chen this for nyina say nchia ko mo bibia say the mom ne do Friday dey ne Ghana for e be ba ne abebo mo mpesi ni kama ne acha mo bi answer kan dey what man say because and this adwuma ne dey ekoyi Ghana nhye edadin bibia ye kama dey aka ne say me no mienu o mampanin ne mpanimfo ne be hu say enkrofo bi ne to aba no e de ma ye and you have to do something pensy. Appointees no be any appointment. And no saying check a sense and come Miami near way. Appear stadium. Me when the video be an way social media manager home pa. A good appear cosoane, what I say. It me and Twaba Emma political party. Near more appointment to be another phone out to baby up. If you won't fa, you can be a winty. Wish you know in open. Ne come racing so I know any go say beto. And you're back for because obi aba betani ebosi ofodi ni ebonkrofodi ni ebowedi wo ho no na ya ponti abusa ho se adan nkrofo duduo na ko radio na TV station nipa ba ko mie no omutiri mo nipa ba 20 medi ma muda
baby am we so where papa o e ho e kama adan na me de emomidi ho da bia bon krofo foforo din position na de ma wo no ya amfa ma wo nko a o ya de ma wo ne political party for nyina o man pani ntimi ma fom na me cheche ne ma wo fom mebo afomfo no wo ana eso tsabe mu sebe nya rutim bu afomfo no ne mo appoint na ntimi mu ade a ukoya na say obaye etimi de make and where say with normal make come and these appointees na ya wo ni say chale and to $2 dollar no say dollar de da ne da wo me tuma e da fom so ni bia say hu say da fom mo amutimi ko below ya na mu say e da fom chance onko bi da onko bi e be no ho ba da na say na America no yes petrol a onko to bi da because ya check your man be no akoto petrol what ma say yes mo cars na be check ne dia be perfect na say obefa na okada ana so afa ne trotro e ho no obe si raising no eti party for no kwa be na be fa mpanifo no a ye to aba na ya mama appointment no we make sure say full soldiers obi a beto no ene na nsa me ko Medina market we say me catch say all the time ta ko market pa me na Medina market where me twam be twam what ma say ana ma be frame oh fireman twam ni say ma mienu eno mo bomb o mo so Medina market
no mo from fireman
o se fireman ena me kwa ena me na me che o mo man panifo mo nyina mo nefi ena o so market ya no mo but ya ton market na mo mrebi atwam da guarantee market yan fa say source na o mo dia but o mo o ska bi o mo tua yan fa no maintenance fee na bibisa every month 500 Ghana cedis utie me I want so many years na nam 200-300 was ana abeka 5 years a chepa. But NDC buy MC ni buy pe and one must fee 500 e dey do 1000 omuji ho monti ase me san na mu akọ end me do ba foforo nipa foforo approach me the same thing me frame MC ni nka de me nya hwe but on concern bi won ma ehun po hia e do so ye ba ye no ye pese aboa fom omo to omo market for ni so do so pa nipa do so it many MC ba bia wo bia file and ye friend na me
large file
ba bia wo bia ncha kese nko me sell
no sign ye chairman
this concern them still make sure so be shen why ni
last time pipes omo ye we ho na say omo tutu gates
ya
omo say omo duru ha contractor na o ye no o twem keke no ko nanim why got us in a fine report man now to me mom we had the thing na
and the one who said
more than two enemies should be this
you know footbridge na we participant with footbridge the last one hotel my from now
my for the
who said normally omo ya ye sabi abubuafo anase enuano mo di dem omo de ne wo ho e no my omo ni dem so de ne wotuma say wonim say no say abubuafo de ne pe ne wo ho Adam dear phone pen only one leg and omu biye the other leg na ama in and out yama there be anya kran kan wo etu kwa wo de hwade ne tenten wo so nya o plan say no so na say ofa but e wadodo ya ja ene won say to be say no na no no kasa nkrofo meeting ba bi no kasa wa pam nkrofo ni na afi overhead ni so but overhead no e se nya ayi no abubuafo de ne nya normal people no so de ba de ba ko pen no mu ye no mu biye the other one ya anye it Mr. MC don't you know ye no mo make sure say and this food soldier for no mo for no who say and your cross on your MP interview no ha was correct Kion one of the nice guys
papa
one ya den say we work on no champion an chai one dey obe kwa de me fa so obe
brad
minister what man say it is American say enkofo no mo form no e kwa ba ne be fa so a ye nua no mo form mo ase ho no wo so nsa be kan mo de ken si ko development ye kwai unso oka kwai ye si school ye way but when the microphone no to abama kion no me so not ya so want to make sure say individual no obo individual more na development e be wie no opposition
no crap
and no man pani NDC 1 mama 1 me see hospital me ye we me yakwa me owie no heavy opposition ni ababetu no wo ye development na wo hwem nipa no so bi it is can say 1000 ye dey ya we use 600 for development we use 400 for individual nipa brabom nipa no bi bredodo your papa be constituency a emu we say me constituency with Greater Accra that's the best constituency elite constituency the whole West Africa and to the background they are no limited in aba but who are you was so going for upon everything
but we want no member Ben Honti
yeah
we constituency no minimum say 1 or 2 bi na I say baby I tayo.
Baby na say hono. Me konso say what you say. Me konso say taifi.
A baby on.
Mama one. Baby. Mama one. Mama chill. Before the by election, Jacoba election. Who is the time Mama buy say Mama a year who so any ayo kwai. Or this Legonia salam down starting. Into fees no. And a Jacoba election no. Ebe so mu. Oya wie no na lead ya buy no. Ono buy individual no so ye dodo na ansa na buy betuaga. Ti ayo so ogon de baby omu jatum ya baby na mete no. Baby na mete no de omu nipa boni ni 20 be 300-400 meters. Ya anya kwai no.
Aka me dru ho no.
Me ya anya na matu. Sensu atu miti. Me de kwa na mo form kwai. Nti ayo was ogon F1 me show mo a na me your everything MP no. Now the performance is good. What to name first na kun say dey what say we upgrading ho or ya dey. At the end of the day sre so mo full soldiers because I mean am na me share wo mo a ya na mobo. Even NDC full serial callers we share mo pa we say we mu nto frɛ with radio ni TV so am NDC no. Just omo da so gam ya peace mu. Enne one say brand be friend no kwara no. Michelle ni DP. No what blog so. And okay was sent that Ben won so between to blog. Unso any friend ni. Wa fresh bresa brand na wo hwede oye na so baby ote. Eh mo bo baby ote. No kwata blogs you know busa sa question na. And this anniversary mo edum pempen so mo nkrofo no mo boaye no. Mo make sure some baby bi ama na show mo ani monyam because ya no bi baby ani ekoye nko bi mu. Baby ani afa ne yemfa ho bi we ma de konti ayenko e bosha ye share ye no yentimi ni so enti ekwa be ne be fa so betuma die bosha ne so what about nkrofo from war from enti the mesra na send this impanifo e fo so gesi no omo ni nko omo no omo tutu niema ye apia stadium ncha kese nko ma wo hie obi foforo saying the same thing ya wo ye manage ho pa
just ye we
na ka to ko wo fa CEO for be say 20 30 now for obi anfa wudu ono ansa one ne maame na na yire na busu for agapade a aban betu akoso
MC asomon hweme na ya na
abeni
abeni we kotoko ne hazofu
ya be show mu sisi
Charles yentie we wo entro bi anasa wo be go straight to the topics no so Major so bra
MP awodika
Ernest Adomako
as the ocean man also or just your constituency wana obone homodi
why ya
but since oma nanan enyentia e constituency usually no politicians o madwin say nipa ne hwehwewa esika no pe esika obi ho opeso kana asem na kire bibi na chi na adwe no pese obisa obi okwa wote be bi dwa nanum na MP dem ni ne fine me friend no be fast
say no waka
enti say omo fe na akwan wo mu a
okram formation
na wafa ndi ofo a e bia no wa test back unya opportunity kakra consensus ne no na we ko fam every weekend when you more call work more you see that is the visibility but say lobby na uja o mo me fi say wa neglect o mo onye ne nka Nicholas Ganoff you see MC no omo nkasa nche no
Ganoff idea crew kese na wo ha metumi omo capital
Pokwasi
Mugabe adamfo no
flood bi and
Mugabe adamfo no
and Mugabe tifie no
no program na adamfo no fa nkran mo no
Pokwasi Festus
thank you
flood bi da ho no ma wakoton ho no asase no edi ama obi so won si omo fa nye feeling
evidence to that
but nya wa ye nti obebo ade no me the videos ni ma
wo de
obebo
nti so
what challenge me wo pa evidence me di be ma wa me sorrow
oh wo de nti asam kana wo
me nya asam ba what dare me
fema me na me fema
tell na manya
wo de fema me be ma MC
ma to tell wa nya
you also say you good the location
my promise first the Pokwasi first
tell the video a bus stop fema me na
first so who the hotel no
video
but don't send me
ma send am yes pass ma send am 3 videos
you call him
I say, penny for the Ninkasa. Already present already present issue command
programs. I can't say
present issue command say Omumbu Adanya is since you can so that now having a would be comma.
Hey, what a log area now? You
woman, and I would have an would be comma. On show you.
Okay.
On to buy me the video now.
I am from your bebo. Abba. Abande masamena. I come ni change the evidence base. Na was one mama it was me. But me video no be cry a demarcation na de. Ti Francis
mama say aban mama go aban no mfi. Ugu aban ni ve bebo odi.
Yenye bosem kan wa. TV so bi ahwe.
Aban no nya kra no. Eye pa. Etimu didi agro MC no. Ya ba ye niam appointment. MC bi on ma Total Corolla 2016 bono na bi mu da. Abayi ba ye ntiama wo da 4x4 mutima say. When your air condition fee air condition kwe bi na na bi mu da.
Iron spare wo say wo
ana bi na spare. Mutaka na no hia me. Wo bu mani chef mi su kosi mfom. Still na recruitment wa anya de. Obi no be spare. So at the end of the day.
Eno no de me de mano. Enya de wa ha na ye best. Mama sha so so Charles, yen hwe Sami Jemfi ne afenyo marking bante ya. E din say me.
That's your topic.
You got so. Friday the I say ye review story.
Sasawa. Ye to tudi nyina.
Na when afenyo marking call parliament ko ka say was use Sami Jemfi. Monday
no.
And Friday on Fanko.
I am going. I say Sami Jemfi ni you.
That be on fire, you know, on service. Sami. There's no service. Yeah, because
meanwhile, Sami go for the date then Monday afternoon.
Chomo train so the
no magic.
Ora this. The money me pa. Mumi ni pa. Ana go do ni ma.
Jale fagada politics. Odiama media for so mon kase wasiu Sami Jemfi ni Eric J no kura no say engodru ye enka Monday e wo bolga kwa no modi kwa ngomadru as entino mudu
we are down
kamera la veyo maki kamera Alexander is the kid na ten say na Sami ni fi asem ni babia ba as a nipa nya nyo obeye straw man san ye kano bibia si abua bi ko wu a wopre anya sa entino we scenario na ba ye san ne tankanya so bibia wa ko school awie primary school awie JSS awie secondary school so cancer IMF report no wa ebeye din so betimi akase eye car code board abo na eni nyina mu no o makama ebi no mo sa ebi no mo ka ebi no ma o tun se bi so agie disampa good board aboka ubisa as wo boka ye ma ne sen ene so mfa nko ye adwuma e kaba anka ye kakadia Nicholas na ten se udi 10,000 Ghana cedis ako dambai ako to bayira ba class o beton bayire ni wie ya no want me anya 10,000 no aze yo 10,000 na ye dia ma se fa ko to bayire beton no okoye no waboka sika no so ati aba 70,000 enti e beka se udi 10,000 starting business aze ena waboka 30,000 3,000 enti a kaba but Kirigolas one usika omudi bie sa station we no enyeka untimi describe as a loss as a cost
okay
as enti the ko sidan ya ma ho a cost enya loss udi sika ko sidan a cost abind the sika ekobie school dan ekosi school dan ya untimi nkasi a loss a cost why say sana etie engineer e see ye gold board no gold board the Bank of Ghana no a operational cost and ne be can see a cost but you see so obi empower or some power no sawa or channel pan mo kan say bu ben say
no ana waka
da bi kwa jo bu beni ye bu beni ye na an fie na ka be dey room aswarin chief
unti be na ubu be obi and you say good be no abu no
ba so bu ni ye
akonya na be da
aswarin chief abebu ba na udwane
obi ye go bu ba ye ro
aswarin chief abebu na udwane
also anya linguist chief waka ko ni
Kirigo.
Go ahead, go ahead.
How's it? Enintino, ubekase gold board aboka na ni ncheche mu yedin. Nja nkomo kase gold board aboka $1.7 billion. No much sika bind ama gold board.
Board ni okay.
Eye 10 billion. Omudi koye no, omubu akunta no. Omu koye omubu akunta no. A short by 1.7 billion. Enuntino gold board aboka rather no nkoma minority vote ni yedi any Ghana for di ni nyina no Kinigolas omayo munsi omumfa figures enye djuma because gold board publish annual report, audited financial report. In that report no chesi revenue, total revenue about 5.5 billion plus. Because total revenue is about 5.5 billion plus. That's the total revenue. And the non-tax revenue now about 970 million plus. Then government grant about 4 billion. 4.5 billion. I say, and financial income no, na 109 plus million. Titi we nyina fi mu a omanya surplus. Omachom liability be we audited accountant, auditor general na ye audit service. Eni and a ka eni ha. IMF report no nso ni, ba be mo kofa fi ye no. IMF ankada si gold board aboka. Na mo ni IMF chere say sa ye program we domestic gold purchasing program no. Edieka Ebre Bank of Ghana. What I say, Emma Bank of Ghana eboka.
Okay.
Now 2024, Bank of Ghana boka be $400 million.
Okay.
What I say, because of sa gold domestic gold purchasing program no. Now 2025 there, Oma BM, Oma scale up, and it's not top 50 year. As what top 100, and not 200 in tin. Ama a kana abano, akoye $1.7 billion. Now near the cani benny, omutremu. Eye costa omutia service cost omutiama gold board for assaying. Bank of Ghana into me assay gold. By law, gold board pe ene ya assaying. Ewo Ghana ha. Ena omu pe ena mrama ne ho kwan. Si omu to gold no. Sa ASMG na artisanal small scale mining gold no. Omu pe ne se omu to. Na ni nti asa program ni sa eno na ye eka no. Ena omu se omu to na omu koton a Bank of Ghana koton a nye gold board ne koton. So Bank of Ghana toma off takers now, or more discount of 1.5 on unrefined gold. What is it? And no, and now, Bank of Ghana record in their books or use or no Bank of Ghana no, the forest rate. What is it? Uncle use your friend is saying, we no forest bureau rate. But omo twa essence no omo pese omo block and omo minimize smuggling into no omo turn with forest rate ye ni so call forest bureau a ebia rate ni ye 11 Bank of Ghana dey be 10 what I say Ghana ni a opem for so do no or you interested in the 11 because 1 cedi no kabo mu a esika bebre so I say into your prefer no but Bank of Ghana records on record do 11 no or be record do 10 sa ka no yen trauma gold board ye trauma Bank of Ghana ma yen famra hanu si won ye di ba ai mo hakwa din de say my TVS was mo din mo station di ankasa
SYZ
Broadcasting Limited afiaso mo organize program and no mafa event organizer so on planning program and mamo what I say and mo tuanika ono event organizer no de wa beye na dwuma dua mamo nya mo pebia odi aba beye and mo tuanika ono no eyemfa so ma no
sir
what I say for ono no profit but who company no expenditure what I say expenses are why at the end of the day no who reconcile your account now boka ubetro wo books mo untimi nkontrol sa company na wono abeye adwuma ma wono books mo sana gold board ade ne tie ba MBB force debut gold board entimi nsi kromu nkoka se wono na abo ama CD na anya hondin ama dollar gina ontimi nka se wono nti na inflation aye 5.4 ana 4.5 ontimi nka se omunti na yatimi accumulating more gold reserves so kasa dia and the Kana Bank of Ghana abonu so na aboma Bank of Ghana
the correct
sa asem we catch we asem we catch na Ghana for amanfo akọ school atimi adidi mu akoya amanfo na nsimu e wo parliament etimi ditum so obi akoton ade aboka mu di say na ma ne so onkoton ade nso mu ntimi mod entimi nkase ye ma gold board say eno ko ye no wantimi anya no obo kase sa kunta na ebi ni ho ena didi mu ana ekoba asi no same ko ka se omo be born in training edi ehunahuna ena ba se unua fe bibi bra na ye nhwe na no si da bi o we de matu petetu mi ni hwa medima mo because me more ka good board the more ka na mo de mo nko counter man sign obi anti eno mo didi mo no mo push na no be didi mo so afenyo no mo side man no mo ye o ye extortionist castle extortions o din training ya huna blackmail ama miska me we say eno didi ska o di peska eno amano eno afenyo huna so asha se ko metro ko cars won ko court na de tie memene da 11:31 o control Facebook o control Facebook say obeko court ade tie consider no pono kwa sorry dem eko kasakasa ya na nyume no call joy eno nso mu ko bisa ni say obeko court eno si da bi Jesus kwaya kan ye kan to no so wanye hwe ntu wonye hwe ade tie duada no pa na avanya ko gina parliament na so say wakokore so obekokore wakokore ama ya wasiu Sami Jemfi ni Joy and wasiu Erica J ni Peace FM many wo kase abetin ne Sami sanka na papers
asemo
what is it on timin 7 no oh intini we say di cover idea no what is it ye twogu na ye hu ne dia kata so na
ye na fancy na evidence yi na wo ka
and yanko
okay asa monya mfonyin na moma yenkohwe ye pokwasa apem obi o say nye ready nti agete no meyi na aye ready amfa ntu akodwo meba da me ye me maame eyi papa cho eye Madam Agnes eye aba
production external
aba Perry our friend Mama Infante nyame ya adoma Madina Estate ende Opari Agnes Aba Opari dodo na friend Mam Fante nyame ya adoma ende enyibri ye besi pe unzem Fante for the pe keeping nti ye be keeping one residence or Madina Oben UPSC na nyame ya adoma china Saturday 29th of August 2026 yenena ko Trinity Methodist Church wo Madina Estate abra wabo 8 a.m. and upon we obaka pen crabio and obaka kusie no Mam Fante na aba wo Insamampum cemetery wo Madina Sundays yeboko Thanksgiving service wo Trinity Methodist Church ono so Madina Estate wa 8:30 am yewia ya befie na chede no final funeral right with about nti Agnes Abba Opari an Opari your friend Mam Fante no so na ye weekend nti woma yen hye so na enye nedam next one is one fun to the mam me fear runners and so say ready anoni ready okay you ready and normal let me na yakoye ni mpacho say nti baby edri kojo woso wo kakra na yenkoye ni yesi video no kakaba e ba so na yedi hu
ko video kase do I was by the president never ma
okay, could you remember me kakra? Remember me LPMC kakra na. Me pacho dry friend no otwa herbal powder wunye bia pebinom na drew kama papa. Otwa herbal powder Divine Hope herbal na dia bedraman so sisi ya ya bema no ba usisi yo unye otwa herbal powder bia ebebo koku na how why embre wo mpem libido no wo fom wo mpema stroke how all say how oba obu sa wo hu ne ye make am for otwa herbal powder the amount Divine Hope herbal center na dia bedraman so enye na wagan ha bibia to edrobia wunya powder na ba ko a wunya warm water ana pod biguma ununum unum no guma na pa sa so na enibre so wodi biguma wonum no guma enibre na wo ko anim your friend otwea herbal powder Divine Hope herbal center na dia bedraman so obejimi ne doctor din komo 05 91 565557 and 0550 639037 Epacho Safari Valley Eco Resource men control say weekend when we do from Breho more credestre de impotemu no be hu mountains here mepacho bebre wudru ho abebi obedam obedi na me fene say wildlife for ho ntu be hu emwa hru bebre nankasa wo ho obe hu mara obe hu antelope obe hu zebra mu ne ade obetwini mboye twetwa mfonyini medical kaduane bia opebia continental local dishes bi ho mepacho bi opese wedding bi ekoso ho we day visit honeymoon be birthday celebrations na or more conference center ho kama eba accommodate mu na bibie etumi akonka medical kase obenya baby ada eni je so ho ye papa omo man made canal ho nsu a ye de canal nsi so a utumi ekobasa so na 9 hole golf obi ho niam bebre na ho ese wokọ na wokọhwe me ekoso wo Safari Valley Eco Resort me patch omo eduma 24 hours and today be our time be obedu ho no obetumi erem ho na wenya baby adana weni age kai say for reservation obetumi after 0596 0596 9143 94 na uni omundin komo ex natural mineral water so yenso amuda hokrojenti unya binuma ebebo papa bra kojo say na mani na no no monom your 350 ml your 500 ml your 750 ml nyame adom ye the sachet crabum and to by XYZ broadcast ya himfi ha ye wo so abebrese street dudu bi open obetumi abegibi akofi etumi akonom na bibi etumi akonka ye we na nso a ye no ma no ba so obetumi Africa no abrobi was 0596273546 and 0596 2735 47 idini ex natural mineral water simply natural victory di ho enkomo that Benji and Benji's Estate and Investment Limited who 12 years na o transase dia mo papa won sase title led land what you poli propose airport area me patron sase na for papa promotion inte na 45,000 says your dia ba 35,000 na opesu tian kakra da 40,000 ni na no kwa ubenya bi na sase no measurement no anana size no 70 by 100 plot so na well demarcated plot in the year and so electricity available free sun ahwen na no ubenya bi dia your project so no mu provide site planning denture and so na free visit obetumi akọ na wakohwe for free kohwe bebia and so no unti schools organizations welfare associations and meka ho no so mobile more special package at the mamo show much akwan Waterma community 25 opposite Goodness Filling Station 0248 0248780887 and 0553 116 602 na woni omundin komo na bibia entumi enko enkansa remember video na ready Okay, ma me fa me ye no ntwemanse akọ video no so nti pacha of ye no to so ma me me fiera mfa to so ma me na me fiera pa onabo ato sapon ase no ye be ne one day nti Mr. Kwashi nti nyame ya adoma 1 year memorial Kwashi family ni na etonsa e dia frɛ obi bia say night Francis Kwashi ma owu ye Wednesday na 1 year pepepe na nyame ya adoma kwesiada Sunday 30th August 2026 9 a.m. ye na de ni bechemu Our Lady Queen of Peace Catholic Church wa Medina Accra ya no anapa ne bekọ ekojama ebusua na akọ Thanksgiving ye wi a ebo 11 a.m. ebeba betena form na ebeba na reception akoso wo Medina Estate anase efie ne ben UPSC nti ebeba betena form ho abrabo 11 a.m. anapa no na ebusia ne adofo ina so ehia ho kama tena form edin komo imom dress code no white dress code no white anti de tena no Mr. Francis Kwashi nyamishra ne papa Poluman at the age of 92 years grandpa na ye na de freno anti metena no nyame adwa weekendi adea na nasesom na ebusia betena form kakranti yetunsa afro bibia so se mombeja MD dema Agricultural Development Bank na se na ne 1 year na yenti yetunsa afro bibia amre na bibia ntumi nkonkan Mr. Charles McCarthy de assembly to drive no poku ase nsuoma ye bo feeling na ye trans ase ne ton me pese ye hwe as evidence based into yankwe na yenhwe na yendi san komo no kakra
Nikolaya mene Odumase Joshua baby a bridge no area no okay we expanded, we created this channel. Here's the right message. And they've directed. So, looking at the then let's open this channel.
I'm so poor question so into nsuo na efa. Nti ehwana na o ma feel yesensi yesi nsuo no kwan asan etu nipa
Festus hotel dey unso ba obi anim ho nti close to
Festus
right what must say
but nsuo mo no mo dey
na me ka no enti na me maka wo se video
ye be o filling station we dey ye be sempenim fontu so sa because yes I feeling nsuo no kwan
MC na abofi ho
nti MC ni na adbom yesrem a mama nyese nsem ekose no ebe se yese mo ye pese
yo mo anyese yes me say mo me
nti Mr. MC woni na adbo coordinator mo ho yesrem a wa yenim say waterway him say waterway I am person nsuo no be say bu afa
mo agi bibia mo san fa nko
DJ Fledge I want not nsuo no bu ebe ko ni dem I want not into the crash no. So the America bay.
And I make a
take drum and the party.
And to me,
I don't want videos.
My boy MC ni me so on not more.
Yeah, MC in the president baby I want to be
Nadam for Pane Mugabe. Do you want to create a name of Mugabe? Oh, Mugabe. It's so to acquire Utima.
Obi kwa ono obi so ati we anhwe ebe ha ni onwe ye wa be no so ni mo wa meka ahode ba ye
no ebeka wa de hu ebeka o ye hu de ebeka o
and obi hu mo we ya no say
would and this program was supposed to be bu ebu ya ni kesa as people are ni mo
yes mo Mr. MC ni mpenifo em say waterway baby I say nsuo fa nsuo toto
video ni emensa obe hu se nsuo me
ai abas fa ba ko ni bi ba ko ni
nsuo no be hu nsuo no
picture em video say 3 and 4 enti it's when is your ma feeling no hey nsuo kwan yo
very good why will you do this
nsuo kwan yo me wi ohwe ni when nsuo to kakra bi ebobo afa
ebu afa so kra bi
nsuo no wo mo pa bu enti when ye die nsuo no mfa yin nsuo di oni bufu a baby ano na mo
mumisa no
anya bi na ye kodwe kwan Everybody, Mr. MC name penny for more.
And so then we are feeling
got enough.
Yes, someone. yɛn pɛsɛ
wɔn si abɔkɔ nsuo ne diri nkɔ bie mu
Pokuase first
diri nkɔ bie yɛ blɔk n'anim ɛwɔ dɔm de aboɔ na blɔk yi hɔ na.
no wei deɛ ɔsɛ mpanyinfo tu sa Mr. President MC yɛn pɛsɛ ɛbɛka sɛ mɛkɔ ewu nim ho bi nti ɛsrɛ wa
bɔsɛsɛ no
ɛsɛ kɔfo bɔ wudi
ɛsɛ sakotu
eti a mɛka sɛ yɛn pɛsɛ yɛbɛka sɛ Mr. MC nti yɛ adwuma no yɛ the writing ayɛ saa na kɔ edu ɔmbɛtɛn
bɔsɛsɛ ɔmo ntumi nkasa ɔmo agya yi o ɔmo sa fa excavator ne nsa ntutu kuro no ne nsuo ne nsa ɔmo abrɔkɛ
na mo excavator no drip deɛ bi ano
na we mo currently
ɛna
zo cut
we say old
John na yɛ feeling na na
feeling
na wo pɛ so wo so be yɛ filling station no say wo be si hotel ho we na be main road o ma ben kwan
main road pa first hotel wo kwan nchen the first hotel
baby yesi ayi nsuo no kwan na ehu
kwan won sa right
hwɛ dan so na wo ho yo very good man fa we am man flex in home ba kase ne fie na we akiri wo na mo de ba do so te wa
fie no no nso be fa
ya me nhyira mo
oni ma de no
ye se ma ye
what am see
yes o mo ho
say to table say ye ba ye ambushu for evidence bro na e dey show for
ube ya evidence na e dey ato no better is serious kodwe kakra obekana makati wi ohun na ye yim
we hu nya se e besa akasa ho ni ma e be say 1 month ago na mo amu ni matore nche mato ye nya Ghana for ye na to ye bebre ye hu enya ato ne se na nim ofom ade a wakokọ ye we undi am ya sikani bia wakokọ to ho na wo fail saade we no wonte that area ni ba bia o won do ye filling station asiwo owi afa workers okọ ensuo to ade betum bia na e na kisasem otuma se eti kwa be na ntu ya MC na so edisi na so wo honum na wo hwe saade me saade we a ntu bu aban na so amu aban
ah muntu anamo maye
eti we me nka bebre mfa ho wono a wonya de because we sinsuo ni kwai won san tu na nsuo ni nya kwai nge sinsuo to a enya ba bia
so Festus
Focus Festus
yeah kakra makato be kato so na ya
bro da je anya adwuma first assignment
preparation work
national resilience
yengo obeka bibiana
when you mame come
munyi fish I'm here to what
because I'm a guy Beba jo munyi fish na Yembra Studios gojo yenko eni me
never kwanya se me nsa chetifo ne ahwefo bi na me ami nua ba akosegi wa akode amanfi east open wo organizer akosegi wa akode
akosi akobio
ya okobio ya amanfi east oko mesemu an odi wo mo organizer mo nyuma wo ye
enche oye
yes
e be fini
san obi aba mo compare ni me no mo difference wo mesemu ami nua mo nto aba ne ma no what was it sa me come anim no se na no za me ka chairman nobel uduru yakwati a first vice chairman no for bibia to nche oni size or chairman BB core region and ono ko we the main one constituency chairman ehun yan so bibia contest
me nua ba Nutako Angel double
yeah me we me ba me so what was it enti obia chairman no babia wa wo kwete bia ehun yan so be ha we first ehun yan be mo bia afa form one oba be the chairman no mo make sure that me to abana man now say I double there what come and some na bebre say who pe obi pa party mo shiafu soldiers na open pass and na wo bo nipa we number 1 wo bo ni di oba bia obi ama nsa so me se ma me ni anim no ko hia ye kra no te wo kra mu te se ayi no what my kosua etinese ne se do no so deputy organizer se no family no omo man ba ko free no nkwan ba bi we hu yam se on be do so mo
deputy organizer ma oba so nya
no ba we good ye ko program organization o ye too much double
odoni pa
ba bi obi everybody yes
Lydia double nya me
and this will members we ni kwaso man ten fi position open and one because ya ko programs we are man nam chai oba na organization tinne also pe position ade ndam ntoma no double ba bi obi ancha kese nkoma
ma mentia member of parliament the matter council ayem honorable Isa Taylor honorable Isa Taylor was ma mentia o bejuma brutal papa yo honorable Isa Taylor onye MP asem honorable when this ejuma wo ye no bro adwen ntiase so e kokoko bom ni akoma na ejuma honorable Isa Taylor ye honorable Isa Taylor kojo ma menkasa honorable Isa Taylor bo ejuma papa enti Charlie no tumi gi seat no ma NDC na wokɔ nsampa ndwuma pa no boy say Taylor ya kojo me platform me Mr.
Obudese kodi ho
enche mokobo
ene koye adwuma ho we not even good morning, good afternoon.
Enyanokranabu. Ebi awa na wonko hu no.
Mimi nko hu.
Ebi a wote wo.
Ma boa wa ya mpia mimi nsa amra me hu.
Awo de.
Asema na woka. Ma bedi konso de 2 weeks. Aya djuma ma ma ncha aje ma anyo hwe. Na wa wini a mimi nsa me hu. Asema na woka kanisa no.
Djuma de eboa.
Enti yemu nipa, ni yemu ye ho.
Enti obetene. Honorable is a Taylor.
What you met to draw hand beto akum nipa. Enti nya de be mo aton sa dro no.
Enti de etene no. Honorable is a Taylor. Obo adwuma pa honorable form. No honorable wisdom kujo. Ono so Prisia Uni Valley. Honorable wisdom kujo. And honorable wisdom kujo. Papa cho Prisia Uni Valley. Dela Guda. Was so oko vice. Enti ya na makai no. Prisia De la Guda. Mami chairman chairman program so force man chairman so force man minchi onso boko ward na mato ama
ward so ye hu campaign
yenko we do you
who ko ward as ye campaign
for anti maminchi
yeah
I love
they want cha bompia zufu
na ye wana bi cha boss ne bompia so in fact mines apinto for me chiamo the bompia so for in our community cooperative mine me chiamo sa so na gangway aboso me chiamo fante mine and apinto for ni na agbanya gamu na chema mu na chiamo yenko
and the person you won what
yenko
when say me yeah ba me fancy go a good body issue me fancy baby
okay
but how they account up say it me can one sem because ya someone calm na ko dum pempe gisi obi anaso sisi ana obi na niefra no on pese obeti ade ni po na so nye on pese obeti na o kampo a onti ene sa ade onti ase kin e di ba biem ne nsan kan opposition for e bi na chance kan no Monday wo so wako court I what ma say wako si obi nipa na onyira ye o honum enkan Monday na wo da che try Tuesday anopa na nipa ne nsa kan nipa yi nipa baba gina gold board animu ho sa omra meje what rate omra meje wo mo gina ho have to ne time abo what mean serve ye me what me twantro kire party for Ghana for say what serve why they what kokwesi no which is usro who's ayikan sa lawyer ya o kasa basa yi o lawyer yi me ampa what is anka you no dia o betu ni for say me mo nkonkwesi bibia de bia na kire nsam no soso to sere no onya ba bia ono nya no wa etu hwe bi otis asem no me mfa nko da bi na de footage ni wo hono bibia hono ene CCTV camera na wo Bank of Ghana no ene efio ano ode o wo certificate commercial bank one ma e da so sa
na ye
what man say it is ko Bank of Ghana dem gold board for die ni mu no before ka ni fi kwa ni so ba no what I say baby esi ewe ni kwa me nkroma no e chi wa ba be dru baby car park ho ansa na osina wo ba ti uni ma nyina agum e na wo bon komo no enkomo wo boye no ni nyina dem what man say na ka say ndio aden wo si no won si bebre ka so timi si radio station Ghana ni TV ni nyina because one way the other no ye ba betra na say me support na ada people ni fi nchem what man say so aden na won si obi wo si two places be we hear something mean serve them ne so ye bema what ma say nipa na ba be del eno na me ye nyina so egina so de enim say same de me hu so twantro da same na me hu say yes communication difference on twantro tankrofo bi de om twantro na no makati na uncle tema bute what project we say ayi na ye
sa asem ne pa
what ma say
not so ditro say
what project no
project no chairman man PP
project dey no
I know you acting chairman
acting chairman project dey no come
what penny bi na wo bone what make how dey o se bi na penny
what we check
we make kazetia
project dey no so mo na mo ye no
oso wan
what's NPP
for me contractor
there was NPP for what was
project
what was the chairman acting chairman what so no twantro ba setina no twantro keke aduane boni bi no anya dio sensa boni bi no anya nom na sa de fu boni bi no anom nobody knows
don't be careful
project ankola nyina nim say project wey simasi project wo se na ye host we challenge you now se na ye nti wait wo so a chairman sakwa we a chairman acting chairman sakwa we ya gini tum the political party we se chairman ni what about members of mwaka no akohifo nko a what man say etu di akofie gold board okwakoto gold ena chance di kakan wo mo pe ena o man mu ya mo lance so betima to gold ana meboa eti eta join the Bank of Ghana person odi but onu no ntimi kokodi dwan man because need that right no eti gold board for na what that right ena was gold board e mesra mo nkonkoto gold we so famre me kura ye fan se me kura 1000 cedis nkonkoto gold in famre me mo ba me mo bia 20 cedis utuma say wo ka wo security ka na ne ma nanya wo ba me tuaka ba wo ko no gold no wo ko at this rate we na pesa mo to no utuma say ne wa kwakoto gold no correct so at the end of the day gold no kwa wo rate no da koto wo ba wo the gold abrel wa gine dey ne sika kakra so be man wa gine dey kon ba bi on the adwuma na de man utuma say service na de man so nye wa service no ne ho ato no ede ba biom na wo de brɛ wo no gold no una so nkotomre na man we kra no wakoto no de abrɛ etu ba no wunim ede wa gold ne kokoto no wotima se na wa man price ni mpo ne nkono no koye no ba ya ba be so me koye no 1 kilo bia me to ni sei wotima se etu Bank of Ghana no se to 1 kilo 1000 cedis na kokoto no 800 a we are the can be every good board already wa mo ya we ni we do kono mpo na akire no price on fa kokoto no famra etu ba na so beton wa de na so tia e na odi saka no koma nipa na wosoma na okoto baaye no e yo woli NPP fo pe no betima chechem se nipa na okoto baaye on de eka no ka ho bi ne boy me nti bi da ana no mo
me chama buche no ono atro di ni se expressway Kumasi Accra Kumasi kwan no mo na sign ne award e no mo na mo ye che ko do so no oso mo na mo ye
oso mo na mo ye na papa panimu tuo to say dem
nche na person no kaya asem ko
no ye express na we president ma ye dual
e ka asem no ka we
asem we no mo na
a presentation of
information for
that is how he felt
wait what's the one you abaka bi ha na gire na gire engage masa the way na gire we nye national chairman wait we lead the political party
election we win
so no ankasa uche what asem an waka
ada no wonko biem
oso no ankasa acting chairman on current executives no muntu abanti omuna
yes that's what we performance in here because I throw we tway e better no be atima koto aba ma so any pa as what we current chairman what she mra man people for this zankro for what man it the American say we dey ka we come gold board this will be on the plan say media men kan no credit media men say that Bank of Ghana no na mo town dey me ya no mo town no sum to gold no be the same thing what man say am the same e kan na mo just am mo dey no gold na mo kwa mo turn pieces but still na ka be da ho e no dey mo say Bank of Ghana ka na dey na kin we dey gold board ka what transia prepare sami gemfi mo pesa mo wi no sa abrantie mo hana studio nyana mo bo ni koto mo bu no studio ni ade ni nyina wa fam abrantie amma mo hu say yes adwuma no waye and wo ba esu kin metima ka che say Ghana economy e koyie obi a sector wo ya ade perform but then the day was a gold board ya ade pa akola kitwa na ye gold board my enkrofo no mudi ka buy na NPP time no akwani kwa makati kwa ko hwe wo na ate so hu ni din na obi ampo nim no kwasiewu wotima se kwasiewu kwa politics bo bi anu ba brantie kwa ha no mesi se ne edi 1000 years some jamfi din be dot kwa men kroma din that way wotima se ebe da ho your performance of the aba gold board no obi anya bi ti ade na ade na kai papa na mo your opposition fo na me de no hu ya me nwanwa kra na mo fragber baumia baumia de awurade Yesu Kristo he abato mo nsunsanso so betu akoto abama baumia so meli di papa panim aso economics ye de ade we aba eska samne nhyehyɛ ne ye ti ade wo de ɛsɛ ɔte ase na ti make check mu ye but no no wɔhyɛ nkrofo na no hu statement bi ɔde bae wɔsɛ ɔmo hwa na ɔmo and one be ha government of the day hwɛ papa panim a wɔsɛ yɛmfa Ghana me hyɛ ne nsa wo wote wɔn wo kɔtɔ drones ade bae ne nyina tete hwi nwuram ba ko kura no atimi fi ekrom ko hospital na kwa na da nwuram ye tiri so nkɔfa mumusa ne drones no wɔn wo bɔ Ghana ka sɛ chaw PDS na ho bom den eniema akoso wo Ghana ha wo bom bebre wo nwina no ho na nka wo position ade sɛ wo ye ne sɛ nka onkola eko yom ko guvu ye na nka waba bonten awo da bi we de mo anya ne ye na the statement come ba we don't even fakan koma gold board ani mo nyama ba obi a no onim sɛ bi sabi mo hyehyɛ nko papa ye de sɛ wo ye correct what man say next say to consider no bibi ho ba we de boni na nkola ni de ono hye kutupa wo eno mu di boni nko entiki Nicholas o to na we December 7 2028 na akoto aba na otima dware no asori anopa ba 7 o'clock na 5 o'clock kwasa la na akoto aba ma ba omia because onishi ode bro man bi baby a oni Akufo-Addo nanza Akufo-Addo ko baby a one beat you afa wonu san kwala abebo no ona ma so yare okoto fam no mkrekre oboa boni a wadi no wotimi fa baby o mampani John Mahama be di president ye ode motor ba east gon wo be hia no motor so wo hye helmet wode car normal car kinkiti bi saloon car ode wode nenam ono ko atibi de gina ni because onim say wo ani boni o ye niam ye wo pa ma Akufo-Addo nya ne plan say wo twamu kra keke ni timu ko to be nya de keto because amamu tanta am na mbebu ye enne NDC aba ye nhihye pa say toto niam say ki Nicholas o ma ne niam ko ye o wo de hye Ukraine we pe Russia to kwa Akufo-Addo nyae hwe ba bia fuel any dollar kodu ye enkrofo anya Ukraine Russia ne nyae so nu se o US ni ade be 3 Iran de me ensa nyina be kan wa na 5 at the end of the day still na dollar under say onam 11 10 or koba sa wotimi nu 12 da na ukra dollar cities ya ukra cities wunye hu wetima say and the fuel we de hwe ba bia entokwa iwom de nhihye o still now and I'm 14 something mu de 23 sabu na mote so about can do 50 per liter 50 Ghana per liter ni nyina mo nyina dwom papa na ofa nyoma ake mo time no na kai ko so enhye ni nyina so yanko kama furu ni kama dampan NDC for na ayi we nyina o tell num sa mo tra de oki Nicholas ni paipa wo hwo ko ECG wonu aba abontin se ni we see wo any board chairman mo na no mo sense niema na kabini niema no odi mo hwe asa board chairman o NDC etime jana mo nam no to aboba fie sa na anu yo no board am to aboba fie wonim tam nkrofo start board am ama kwa to aboba sa mu fie no kin NDC anyusu oral issues no ama nkrofo bi na bi hwe no dwa na no press conference ko ye hwe niema wo ye ba akokofo check na bi from where a year National Service Secretariat ne hu bom se ko ade ne agya sa nkrofo yi munchi wo mo na mu mia wo mo wuchi na onkasa biem wutima se wuchi na mia na onkasa biem na NPP for we dey say jaw mo ne e be jaw mo se bi odi afanya ma ka obi anu se nya no kre o se unum se me ma me bi obro afka nya se akura na se wo no e bi oba that day no oba be press conference na oba kasa eno pe no ote ye okwafuo mo ntie bibia biem odi ato ni tim ti se obi be ka bibi na se nya de papa na se ma na ma ba ma te se so mo frefre e ka gemu ani no redeem baby o nchi anke se nkomenu yankuma na mo woni bibi ya mo from so baby ade na do adwo bro ni ade and this ni yanyam do mo pe o so onum sa o mo pese video ni mo pe ba bonten se video na ma bonten o mo de sun kunim wo mo ma yamfa video ni mra bonten yanyi no national TV na no other TVs no bia amfa bi han mo de bi se mo nyam betwa yi ni 1 year wotima se na mo nyi TV ni hu afanya market ye hu su ene ban ya wom yete kro we mu ene ayi NDC former general secretary the late Josiah so kai no doctor no we lecture University of Ghana wotima se wono 17 makati akunta wono ene o video no fra no e woni fie ene one bon komo ene o video no de ba bonten ama papa ya nyina ne nipa dia so biem ene o de NDC fie ho mudia munya obi a mudia no anza ye pam cho ane majai mu pesa de ne meba bonten yes NDC mpanifo that issue we memo munye wuze no so tie we a ayarega wuze de kasa mu nyina che se enka niam bi se bibi no musa nyina hu mpo nya wotima se na no se me penasem pa cathedral no enso mo ka fa on mani anye mani anye cathedral issue no obi asef
na common kakra na ofenwi ye reverse until we are now
yes ya babonten
finalize am
wotima se yes obi doctor babonten about 2 weeks ago ya nya we re mu kokot ni abusa question out to papa so say e wo ho a ada NDC for cathedral no e mo dia na ana osofo na no te na chi ntia so ahun ti ne se me obi ankoja obi no because okono wonu se cathedral bebam ba bia na koto no cathedral ba mu pe ne ka ba de nti danka na e
beto say sofo na ti won so na bisa cathedral na so
ubusa won ti nka because upe o so sofo na we kwese
we resign from the board
ba se na no ka
board na egu
ba de de no ka ho etu ko ka bibia on so sofo upe o no tele e wo man mu asofo fo nyina che o friend papa ne bompa e
ko tele de na o ka okro
me pa che na binya wana me self me ko bi oso
je yana fancy na chance
and the papa tena be de no tima answer wo so tima nka sam papa kra fa ho kra na NPP fo se be mo nsa anwene nkon ka biem o mo huro mo ni mra fo no mo kosoro enka no na mo ko ye na se vetting mo se vetting dem because of time we dem am no esa exactly 2 weeks then want to information about nipa no eye den aka say ayarega ne we zenator de oni ne omo ne wo fie ho ntino omo de ometima veti omo na oni mboni a ye nkrofo mo abonti so nimfa ayarega ho ana zenator ho me de ka sam o memo obi nyima no nsi boni wono de oni na tifie say me no ye ba hai minima de kra wo ye o fie na otimu no minim obi anim de obi ye oni fie na bi enti se beveti ono nse mo se mo nyintum time ni swade a mo ba mo so da bi time no de nyintum because at say 2 weeks 3 days is too short no mo nyina mo nko ye wia ye information be nyanya ne ayemo fe ya vetim ba veti ni pa mienu no on small time be on the veti wo mo wo wia na dru judges ne so dia mo so mo de da bi o mo tem because of time ni so na dia na chese unim positions bi a odododo for de ba eba afa zenato ho wonim niam obi nim fo obi ho de ba bi pa veti won't even qualify on say wo person be niam Ghana mpanimfo de Jena menye som na minsom yankonko kamom ni anche ni ni enko eno nko na Ghana mpanimfo because why minority we majority leader atene amawe abedie mene na bonkom obi ni edi agro bi ye no de na ye na tumu ase eno ntino ono de wo gina hanko de bibia ye positive ebi so ane hu negative eso say judge na de na ba no na mo agya ne ma be dede na mo ye na de yin next speaker no so tuma transe what says o 20 am kwaka no agya no ma na dede sa delay sa yan kan no krema
ye first see o ma Charles finalize
this na me nua na ba mu na me kan say what ma say NPP for some person ba power na de dey nim 1 2 de mun kan mun kon be 40 30 years 40
okay
what ma eno na mo pa ba mun start hihye mo niema ni ye na munya akromfo ni free list no so won krofo bi o so mo de ba na wa wo ba umia party no a constitution what ma say ya NPP a gavi ma ye de tutu eniema wa NPP kama sa na nyina di so wo se sima si de mitimi ne nya dwuma we mutuma mitimi ne nya dwuma e na wo na mu ni mo say chairman mo pe chairmanship no wontimi ne obi anya dwuma apart from John Boadu what ma say it wa yi krofo beti no mo ya dwuma it is say no de ayi your friend say akomya nko first vice na nyankopon anyadum na John Boadu anwini a ye use akomya automatic chairman to ne be use we adwini we de ko power we mo na bi upe na bi asamna your officer ana ba umia yi pa we papa sa de
ye ni me
I think say sa vetting we no aka me nko omuntwam
ahunhia
sabi nyansanim
so omonye batma mo mo
emfaso ni so entino omuntwam eye kabo no mini no dia manfo akono aye aduane amomo emfa den no makokan ho matimi aye wan akovet akoka bibi a wo bae wotimi ye and some manfo kokan vetting is it constitution no na the primary document esi uye MP a obetima ye minister why is it nipa na oye MP na ya ni minister na de untimi anyi ni mfimu da this will crowd dual citizenship and ekwa ye sa ko pass him right say obetima kwa ebeje atu entinu vetting ye dey ugo bisa ni within design ufi uko school wa eno a waste of time waste of GTV time omuntwam eno ade omuyeye afenyo marking e use time no e dey clear one no
yes
no yeah and that was what the opportunity gave to Ayaga say what is your assessment of me personal I don't know avenue local government no we local government
be by now papa and mama
minister and Ayaga so kasa nice fan ho and umuja headlines and newspaper be 5 or 6 and nafa game no mo
na do obitum
and Afenyo market style of vetting has always been obey use opportunity no dey clear obi share I omo vetting St. George no mu we went by wanting to use that platform to clean Akufo-Addo or use enra dey we e dey clean no is another pen be versi Zenato I don't know Zenato. It was a friendly this now to say nothing. There was nothing on commitment. Yenjin film.
Okay.
Ya bo dia.
Embrena
ya bo di now I could do minister now ko. So vetting for
But Richard from Yanka kakra de na you.
Now see there was no Richard.
Reassign.
Richard for president.
wɔn a wɔntwa tɛ wɔ
Mamenda Charles McCarthy ase editor in chief Edema the Hawk newspaper Menda Akojo Yabuase former NPP youth organizer Ayawaso West Wagon Menda Ebusiafo ina ase we from King Nicholas Mama Musua na eye Obapa eye me pacho me bo me mam Musua na eye dachi hima the news o kon kwanten krana oni Accra Kofi da ko na the news papa ina kan edeba
Osman Razak used unko police.
Mera say
evidence
Yemo bia bye bye.